everybody, and welcome to this video. Aji ami cover korim 100 MCQs on Assam's part only. Okay, amar osor besi time nai, so moi bahut besi elaborate kori thakibo noarim. So he karone ami jiman paru moi kisman junbur reasons hoy why the answer is like this or like that moi himan explain korim, but then not very elaborately. Okay, so without wasting any time, because amar exam board hunkale almost pale here besidin nai, isn't it? So let's start. Okay, so the first question is, consider the following statements regarding Charit Puthi. Etia yat ki koise Charit Puthi literally means narration of biographies of Vaishnavite Guru of Assam. Charit Puthi is one of the earliest forms of scriptures written in poetic form. Is it or is it not? Let's see. These are written during 15th century in various Hotra and are part of the Hotra tradition. Okay, Madhav Deva was the earliest exponent of the Charit Puthi who imbibed the life of Honkordev. Then, which of the following statement is or are incorrect? So, yate kitiaba amar potokke confusion ho jabo pare, because our mind will be like correct ke hudise niki ami pray khor ke kitiaba he bostu henke option of di diu. Okay, so be very careful while you're reading the questions, whether they're asking for correct or incorrect statements. Okay, so the answer out here at ki hobo A, that is 2 and 3. Mane 2 and 3 yat incorrect hoy. Ki koise swa yat incorrect kyo hoy. Charit Puthi is one of the earliest form of scriptures written in poetic form. Hoy, it's written in prose form. Okay, then these are written during 15th century in various Hotra and are part of the Hotra tradition. It wasn't written in the 15th century, but it was written in the 17th century. Okay, so baki ebur statement junbur ami dekhi asu ebur correct hoy. However, these two statements, these are incorrect. Okay, so a reason to dia goise yat, you can ask for the PDF to tumalok dia jabo. Then Charit Puthi juntu moi reason tumalok already kolu ki Charit Puthi literally means narration of biographies hoy. That is correct, but the only thing is that the form is not given in poetic form, but it is given in the form of prose. Okay, aur ketia start hoisile tumalokor 17th century start hoisile. Good. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. The next question of ki koise swa, consider the following statements regarding the Assamese poet and writer Imran Shah. So now this figures, literary figures, are very essential when it comes to APSC exams. Okay, across APSC conducted exams. So please make sure ki kunjon poet or pen name ki asile, writer or pen name ki asile, kunjon writer or ki title asile, hebur bostu hodai jate tumaloke bhalke monot rakhi thobo para. Okay, so now they're asking us about whom? Imran Shah. So let's see what does it say. Imran Shah is a former president of Assam Sahitya Sabha. The Assam Valley Literary Award 2009 was conferred to him. Imran Shah also received Padma Bhushan in 2021. Bonbhakhi was his first collection of poems. So yat amak ki bisaribo koise, whether it's correct or incorrect, they're asking us to find the correct statements. So which of the above statements are correct? So that is B, which is 1, 2 and 4. That is that he was definitely a former president of Ahom Sahitya Sabha asile tekhet. Second statement to correct koise ki Ahom Valley Literary Award tekhetok 2009 ot dia goisile, aru fourth statement to koise ki Bonbhakhi was his first collection of poems. But then when it comes to the third, Imran Shah received the Padma Bhushan in 2021. Whether it's correct or not, let's see. Yat ki koise ami sao. Imran Shah, former president of Ahom Sahitya Sabha, received Padma Shri. Okay, tat ki likha asle Padma Bhushan. Now then again, another confusion thing that started this between Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan. Amar hetu to bahut more students bilakor dekhisu ki confusion hoi jay. They know they got some Padma, but which Padma kitiaba enoka confusion hoi jay. So please bhalke hetu bostu jate tumalke monot rakhibo para. Kisuman upay nai. You have to memorize, So tekhete ki paisile Padma Shri paisile ketia paisile tekhete 2021 ot paisile. Okay, Aru Shah started to write. He was still in high school. Bonbhaki, that was his first collection of poems. One was printed while he was in 9th grade. Can you imagine how young he was? He was still a teenager while he wrote those poems. We can't even imagine now kids doing that, isn't it? Hongitor Hipare, his debut novel was released. So, tekhetor kiki ase swa? Eta ami gom palu. Bonbhaki buli ami gom palu. Hongitor Hipare ami gom palu. Then his debut novel was released in the next year when he was in 10th grade. Under this pen name, ki asle tekhetor pen name? Again, another important thing that we need to take from this statement is pen name. Imran Shah's pen name ki asile? Ishan Datta. Isn't it? He authored poems. Aru ki poem tekhete likhisile? Ramdhenu, Aparichita, and his debut short tale was published ketia? Notun Okhomia ketia hoisile 1958. So who is the writer of all this? You can see Imran Shah, and you can see how important he is for Assamese literature, isn't it? Ami kiki mot rakhibo lagibo? Ek tekhetor Ramdhenu, Aparichita, and then his debut short tale he asile Notun Okhomia ketia publish hoisile 1958 ot hoisile. And then the other thing that we have to remember about him, that he had a pen name, and that pen name was Ishan Datta. Aru tekhete Padma Shri paisile ketia? 2021 ot. Okay, all right. So now we move on to the next question. Consider the following statement about Assam State Zoo. Again, Assam State Zoo pra bahut khini enake questions ahe jai khude, not exactly related to Assam State Zoo, but definitely about the species and the animals that we flora and fauna that we have here in our state. Okay, so itia so amar Assam State Zoo bikhoy ki koise? The Assam State Zoo is located where? In Henglarbari Reserve Forest. Zoo was established, ketia established hoise in the year 1957, 10 years after independence. Okay, jodi monot rakhibo para, that is 10 years after independence, that is in 1957. The Assam State Zoo is popularly known as Green Lung of Guwahati City. Okay, Assam State Zoo is known as the Green Lung of Guwahati City. It is a nodal center for ex situ conservation. So itia swa in situ ex situ epu monot rakhiba. Okay, tumar I think 1.5 year no, this APSC that previous that ahisle kintu what is in situ and ex situ and all. Okay, so it's better we know certain science terms, even though we are not from that background. It's good if we can remember. Okay, so which of the following statement are incorrect? So yat aku amak correct statement huda nai, yat amak ki hudise incorrect statement. So incorrect statement yate ki hobo? None of the above. Mane ebur sob correct hoy when it comes to the state. Okay, Put ase etu mot rakhiba Hengrabari Reserve Forest of ase. Yes, it's correct. It established hoisile. Etu correct in the year, and then popularly known as the green lung of the city. Yes, that's very correct, and it's a nodal center for ex-situ conservation of the animals. Okay. So now we move on to the Karswa state zoo. Khali etu nohoy ki animals blako yate khali manuhor people that they can see them and they get familiarized with the animals. That was not the only objective that the state zoo had. The state zoo also have other objectives. For example, conservation of the animals, further research of the animals. Okay, population to tekhetlokor manjari dwindling population ase kisman animals or he population to tekhetloke jate aku barhabo pare. So these are the things that other duties that the state zoo does. Okay. So answer is D. And then now we come to the next question. Consider the following statement about the Assam Bilasini. Okay, Ahom Bilasini kotha ki khudise ami sao. The Assam Bilasini newspaper published in the Majuli district of Assam. Okay, kot hoisile Malakor Majuli district of Assam. It was the first Assamese language newspaper to be published. Okay. Then Aruki Kose Ahom Bilakhini was launched as an attempt to create awareness about the preaching of Mahapurush Shonkardev. Okay. Does it make sense? Okay. It published essays and poems. So Ahom বিলাখিনি কি পাবলিশ কৰে বুলি কৈছে ইয়াত কৈছে কি essay আৰু poems পাবলিশ কৰিব কৈছে আৰু কিয় বুলি কৈছে স্টেটমেন্টটো কি মহাপুৰুষ শংকৰদেৱৰ বিষয়ে মানে আৰু মানুহবিলাকৰ যাতে গম পায় হেতু বিষয়ে ইয়াতে পাবলিশ কৰা হৈছে So ইয়াত আকৌ আমাক সুধিছে which of the following statement are correct now all of them are not correct so the correct is 1 and 4 okay 1 and 4 kuntu hoy correct jodi ami sao that is the Assam Bilakhani newspaper published in the Majuli district it correct hoy then ako amak khudise the correct 4 hobo that is it published essays and poems yes these two are correct however first Assamese language newspaper to be published incorrect and then regarding the preaching of Shonkardev Mahapurush Shonkardev that is also incorrect so why is it incorrect let's see the Ahom Bilakhani newspaper was established ketia in the year 1871 now again APSC আজিকালি ইমানে বেছি টাফ কৰিব লৈছে নহয় আমাক newspaper কেতিয়া establish হৈছিলে কোন কেতিয়া হেবু year হুদি দিব পাৰে match the following দি দিব পাৰে so please be mindful when you look or you see any dates or any year related to any old newspapers okay newspapers journals everything then ketia hoisle 1871 at hoisile and it was the second Assamese newspaper to be published the journal was held by Sri Dattadev Goswami kuna asle who was responsible for it it was Sri Dattadev Goswami and Sridhar Ojha and provided a platform for growth of literature in Assamese language okay growth of literature in Assamese language itia swa this was launched why amar Ohomia language was already going through a dark phase why not karon Bengali language to ki kori disile court language banai disile British isn't it official language boli koba para because why most of the people who were literate asile hetu time ot tekhedoke Bengalor para loi anisile British hokole so whoever could speak and write in Bengali they brought so many people out there so that they could work in the offices of the British officials okay now eta ki hol ki British e agote Bengalor he asile tar pisot he amar Ohomole ahile hoy nai so what happened when British they were in Bengal they heard the Bengali language before they could hear Assamese so what the Britishers they thought that probably that Ohomia language is a broken form of Bengali okay to he karone mane yat ki koila aru tetia mane ki asile tumalokor junbur Bengali manu asile no hetu time ot bahut literate asile comparatively when it comes to our Assamese people amar ahom hokolor junbur administration or structure asile bahut different asile hoy nai so the Britishers came they changed they made a lot of changes amar language or logot all of they kind of made sure that priority Bengali language dia goisile junbur manu all of Bengali logot bahut beshi fluent asile tekhet lokok beshi scope dia hoisile jun pisoloke amar junbur youth asil they came to know about this and then they started this struggle to bring so that amar Ohomia language or juntu setback hoi goisile nohoy yes ei bostu jate ako thik koribo pare jate okay so you see Ahom Bilakhini was launched as an attempt to counter the growing European influence in the region okay not just Bengali or anything of the language but any European language at amar juntu influence eta bahi goi asile ebur bostu tekhe stop korbo then so next question is with regards to river Brahmaputra select the correct statement okay now Brahmaputra is again it's one of the major rivers that we have Brahmaputra aru ki Barak okay so we have to be very careful and we have to know as much as we can regarding the river Brahmaputra bahut beshi amar day to day life or kind important hoy basically it has to do with our heritage culture everything literature everything Brahmaputra is Brahmaputra okay so it is with regards to Brahmaputra ki hudise swa that it flows through Kaziranga National Park all right its tributary also flows through Manas National Park and another tributary flows through Dihing Patkai National Park itia amak ki koise tumalok correct statement bisaribole koise hoy nai so whether it is correct or wrong so itia ki hoy so the correct is 1 2 and 3 that means all of them are correct hoy nai sosun ebor mat horu bostu ami kitaba ignore kori diu ki hoy jano Brahmaputra boli kole ami direct flood or kotha bhabu isn't it we think about flood we think about this that but trust me again when it comes to national parks and all you also have to know regarding the rivers that flows through Okay, so etia ki koise so yate amar it flows through Kaziranga National Park. Yes, correct. It's a tributary that its tributary also flows through Manas National Park, and then another tributary flows through what? Dihing Patkai National Park. So all of these statements are correct when it comes to river Brahmaputra. Okay, then Brahmaputra flows through Kaziranga Manas. North bank tributary flows through Manas National Park, and Dihing River, a south bank tributary, flows through the Dihing Patkai National Park. So etia swa yat ki koise Manas ki hoy tributary hoy nai. So for example Subansiri is a tributary, Manas is a tributary, amar bahut kita tributaries ase, sub tributaries ase, isn't it? So Manas is a north bank tributary. Again, south bank, north bank tributaries of the Barak River, of the Brahmaputra River, another important thing to learn. Okay, to memorize. All right, then north bank tributary hoy that flows through what? Manas National Park. Aru Dihing River ki hoy? South bank tributary hoy ki hoy? Brahmaputra, aru it flows through Dihing Patkai National Park. Okay, all right, so we'll move ahead again. So number 6 is consider the following statement regarding Hayagriva Madhava Temple. Goisane ketiaba Hayagriva Madhava Temple ole? It's a very popular one. So Hayagriva Madhava Mandir is situated where? On the Monikut Hill near Haju. Okay, then this temple preaches both Hinduism and Buddhism. It is known that the temple was constructed by the king Raghudev Narayan. All right, and then aru ki koise swa? Which of the above statement are incorrectly hudise? So ki koise tinta statement ase situated code Monikut Hill or Haju, aru ki koise preaches what? Hinduism and Buddhism boli koise, aru ki koise tumar swa constructed by whom? King Raghudev Narayan boli koise. First King Raghudev Narayan kuntu kingdom or hoy? Whose kingdom or hoy? Okay, whose kingdom or mane kun? Sila Rai, isn't it? All that. Bir Sila Rai, Jagami, you know, we have an entire day dedicated to him, isn't it? Okay, so which of the following statements are incorrect boli koise, and the answer as we know is option D, that is all of them are correct. So location again yar pa tumalke bahut gita questions ahi jabo pare, jeneke tumalকক jodi match the following die kuntu mondir kuntu hilot hoy ase, then please remember ki jodi Hayagriva Madhava Mandiror kotha hude, then it is Monikut Hill. Okay, location to ako next kisman question ahe location to hudi die ki kundu mondir kun jagat ase. So again another question that you have here, that is Haju. Okay, and then you have that it preaches both Hinduism and Buddhism. Okay, and then it was constructed by whom? So the answer is this. And tar pisot ami jodi sao, arrange the following tributaries of Brahmaputra River from west to east. Okay, from west. So if you see this way, this is west and this is east. All right, so amak west to east eneke amak cover koribole dise. Jodi ami sao ki hoy swa naam ki dise? Huonhiri, Kameng, Dibang aru Lohit. Okay, so jodi ami you need map for this, but then again you want to check kori loba. Okay, so now we don't have much time. I'm in a rush and I'm hoping that by this time kisuman olop holo tumalokor idea ahibo. Okay, all right, so jodi ami correct answer to sao sobse prothom ki hoy? Huonhiri hoy, tar pisot ki hoy tumar, sorry, not Huonhiri, my bad. Sobse agote ki hoy tumar? Kameng. Okay, Kameng River khon sobse agot hobo, then ahibo tumar Huonhiri, and then tar pisot ki ahibo? Number 3, that is Dibang, and then that is Lohit. Aru amak ki hudisile? Sorry, amak hudisile from west to east, isn't it? So west to east buli ami sale ki ahe amar first Kameng ahibo, tar pisot ahibo Huonhiri, tapa Dibang aru tar pisot Lohit. Ekdom tumar hodia pine ei to side. Okay, tumar Lohit. All right. All right, these two are quite they're also flows from Arunachal. Tarpisot explanation to ki hoiswa, these are right bank tributaries. Again left bank, right bank. Okay, so ki hobo tumar swa right bank tributaries of Brahmaputra ki they join the river in Arunachal Pradesh and Assam roughly in the west to east order. All right. So Kameng River originates in Arunachal Pradesh, joins near where? Tezpur. Okay. Phonheri River, largest tributary. Yes. Phonheri is also the largest tributary of the Brahmaputra hoy, aru joins near Lakhimpur, aru Dibang River joins near Dibrugarh. Ebur tumalokor aru extra additional information to dia goise. Lohit River joins Brahmaputra shortly after entering Assam from Arunachal. Hence, the correct west to east sequence ki hobo tumar Kameng, Phonheri, Dibang, aru Lohit. West to east. Fine. Then remember that Lohit and Dibang are the easternmost. Yes, easternmost. Madam, hey, hodia a to side. Malake ketiabao. I don't know if you heard about this name, Pokram Kundo, Ebukmisa. Hey, that those areas. Major tributaries are together with Siang from the Brahmaputra of Assam. Now, when they were asking about the course of Brahmaputra, this were very, very important. This last year of this regarding the course of Brahmaputra. So, course you have to start it right from the mouth. Okay, sorry, not from the mouth, but from where it has originated. Kuntu glacier pra hoise, and then the course of the river, kuntu pa kenake flow hoise. Okay, and then last is the mouth when it joins the ocean. See. All right, then comes question number 8, that is, consider the following statement about Assam Reorganization Act. Again, this is very, very important. Assam Reorganization Act 1969. The act provided for the formation of an autonomous state of Meghalaya within Assam. Mizoram was given statehood. Kuntu time or pati asu ami 69 or katha pati asu 1969 or. Then Nagaland was formally reorganized as a separate state. Which of the above statement are correct? So yat amak incorrect huda nai, yat amak ki hudise, correct statement hudise, and the correct statement yat ki hoy one only, and rest of them are incorrect. Okay, so yat ki one ki koise that the act provided for formation of an autonomous state of Meghalaya within Assam. Okay, all right. So let's see the reasons. Is that the act provided for the formation within the state of Assam for an autonomous state known as the Meghalaya for matters. Baki bur state, tumar Mizoram hog, Arunachal hog, he bur pisot hoy ase, hoy nai. A reorganization act tut ami etu what we can take is that it provided for formation of a state, autonomous state within Assam known as Meghalaya. So lahe lahe amar jetia agote to capital amar Shillong asile. Sorry. और जितना शिफ्ट हो गल आमार गुवाहाटी कोर्ट शिफ्ट हो गल आमार जोन सेक्रेटारिएट एबो सब आमार बस्तु शिफ्ट हो गुसी गुवाहाटी ले होय ना तुमार दिसपुरले because previously the capital was Shillong and then later we took up the capital, which one? Dispur, isn't it? And so everything, the court, the secretariat and all the main offices were transferred. Okay, transferred in the sense like yellow and layer mane rebuild kori layer yate notun yako banale mili. Okay. All right. So next question. Itia amar swa ebur again. This is a type of question that again ajikali bahut diye. Match the following type of question. So itia amar yat ki koise again match the following. So Treaty of Akhuror Ali is a first Assamese magazine Arunodoy ketia publish hoisile. Then establishment of Bhaskar Burman Sanskrit and Ancient Studies University aru annulment of IMDT Act 1983 by the Supreme Court. Kitia hoisile swa. So A is to Treaty of Akhuror Ali kitia hoisile. Okay, Treaty of Akhuror Ali kar majot hoisile Mughals and the Ahoms. Okay, aru that it's a long. I mean, this was during the time of whom? Pratap Singh. Pratap Singh time of hoisile nai Ahom se jiki asile nai tumar epine Mughal se jiki asile. It was quite a stalemate and they were losing a lot of resources. So finally both the parties were very tired and exhausted and they were like fine we'll treaty ta korilo whatever it is so that we don't have to come face to face ever again. And then finally Treaty of Akhuror Ali amar pine kun asile very kun goisile amar pine amar side he is a very efficient statesman, politician. Okay. Then the first Assamese magazine ketia hoisile tumalokor, that is 1846, isn't it? Then establishment of Kumar Bhaskar Varman Sanskrit ketia hoise tumar is 4, that is very recently, that is 2011 our last or pina IMDT Act ketia 2005 ot hoise. Okay, Horbanandar Hinghoi bahut etu karone he he fought for it. All right, so now next we go again. I'm sorry, did I say Horbananda Hinghoi? No, it is Horbananda Sonowal. Okay, he tekhete a IMDT actor against bahut besi. He was the one who took the lead. Okay. Then, which of the following combination of the Ramsar sites and the states of Northeast India where they are located are correct? So yet, junbur dise ebur correct hoy ne nohoy amak hetu hudise. So prothomote ki hudise Rudrasagar Lake Ahomot asene nai, correct hoy ne nohoy. Then Loktak Lake in Manipur, and then Diporbil Ahom, again correct hoy ne nohoy. And then Pala wetlands, whether again they are correct or not, whether Pala wetlands is in Meghalaya or not. So itia yat jodi amar correct answer hoise nohoy, the correct one is only 2 and 3. That is Loktak Lake, that is definitely there in both Manipurot ase, aru ase tumar Diporbil kot ase, amar Ahomot ase. Hoy nai. So that is one thing that is correct. But however, ami jodi sao Rudrasagar Lake amar Ahomot nohoy, naam to bahut enoka lage ki Rudrasagar or Rudra, we have this king, no? So Ahom king junjon asle Rudra Hingho, we might think that way, but no, it is not there in Assam, it is in Tripura. Okay, it is in Tripura and it is the only Ramsar site in the state. Amar janeke Diporbil Ramsar site hoy, tekhendukor ki hoy? Rudrasagar Lake hoy. Kot ase? Tripura ase. Okay, it's a Ramsar site again. The lake hosts an ample of biodiversity in the Ramsar site. So the kabak status to diya jai, you have to see that the kind of biodiversities are there. Okay, kiman ki bostutu he wetland juntu ase, water body tu ase, kiman besi bhal hoy ase, beya hoy ase, ki hoy ase. So sob bostu bahut ketaman criteria thake. Ei criteria to hisabe then the government declares it as what? A Ramsar site. Okay, declares mane proposal eta enake government ole diya jay. Then the lake hosts an ample of biodiversity of inclusive of few endangered and rare species. Then aru ki koise, Pala wetland is the largest natural wetland in the state of where? Manipur. So Pala wetland kot ase? Manipur, sorry, Mizoramot ase. Okay. So the Pala wetland that we see, where is it? It's in Mizoram. The wetland supports again rich biodiversity thakiboi lagibo. Understand that any Ramsar site will always have rich biodiversity. Okay. Then including at least 7 type of mammal poa jai tat. Pala wetland kotha koise. 200 iman birds, himan, and then low-lying marshy areas within wetland. So these are the type of species that are found, whether it could be flora or fauna. Okay, so hetu ami sao. So some of the things we can remember, that barking deer poa jai, wild pig poa jai, tate sambar deer poa jai. So these are the things that related to this wetlands. Okay, Sundarban wetlands of ki poa jai? It's a very easy question. Then consider the following statement about the famous Assamese poet Nilmani Phookan. Now there are 2 Nilmani Phookan. Okay, so please know which they're talking about, which one they're talking about. All right, so now you see they're talking about 2023 kotha jodi koise 21, that means they're talking about Nilmani Phookan Jr. Second one, right? So the consider following statement about the famous Assamese poet Nilmani Phookan, who passed away on 19th January 2023. He was honored with the Gyanpith Award in 2021. Then his first anthology of Huriyo Henu Nami Ahe E Nodiye. Okay, Aru, he was awarded Sahitya-Academy Award for his anthology Kavita, and then he was the president of Ahom Sahitya Sabha. So yat amak ki uliabo koise swa correct statement amak yat bisaribo koise. So correct statement, all of them are correct. However, the last one is Okay, তেখেত অসম সাহিত্য সভাৰ প্ৰেসিডেন্ট কিটাও কোৱা নাছিলে. All right. So the reason is that he was never the president, but other than that, all of this statement, you see, the award that he got, the books that he published, they're all correct out here. So please remember, Gyanpith Award, tekhete paise, and then Huriya Heno Nami ahe, e nodire ahe, or tekhete aru bahut, there are a lot of other notable works that he has written. Okay, then now let's see another, that is, Amayat ki koise, Gumrag, a tea tribe. It again match the following, and this match the following is about dances. Okay, again, we have a lot of tribes out here, isn't it? Amar bahut different tribes ase amar Assam. It's bahut kita languages ase amar. So again, you have to be very careful when it comes to the kind of food, the kind of clothes that they wear, festivals, religious rituals wo kenoko ami hebur monot rakhibo lagibo. Tekhelokor gan, tekhelokor junbur dance hoy ba kiba festivals hoy ba kiba rituals hoy ami hebur jate we have to be very mindful and we need to study. Ebur questions ahibo. Okay, for example, out here they are asking kundu dance, kundu tribe hoy, kundu community hoy amar Assomor. Okay, then Gumra kihor hoy tumar Okay, so ayate koise ki this is correct. So one is C. It is of A ahi gol. Okay, so please, but understand aru. Ite ba printing enoka heri hoy jay. Anyways, so two ki hoy Bishwajama dance. Bishwajama dance ki hor hobo, that is D. Okay. And then 3 is Dhawa dance. Dhawa dance ki hor hoy Rabha. And then Jhumur dance we know, that is T tribe. Amar Jhume Bandini hoy gosle recently. So again, another very important topic that we need to cover, isn't it? So eya swat malakor ki ebur dance kuntu communities are related hoy. So Gumra ki hor lokor related hoy missing community. And then you have Bishwajama dance, you have related to Deori tribe of Assam, and then you have Dhawa dance, that is Rabha, and then Jhumur dance, that is T tribe. Okay, so we need to be very careful while we read about this, and then of course it's all given what is Dhawa dance, what is Gumrag, what is but then again very kiman paru hunkale koi jao ki is performed on the occasion of Aliyai Ligang. Missing community asle hoy na match the following. So hekane kehor koisle tekheloke Aliyai Ligangot tekheloke perform kore. Then Bishwajama dance ketia kore tumalokor one of the dance forms of the Deori tribe. Yes, as we know. Dhawa dance ki har asle the ceremony dance before karagot hoy etu Rabha warriors like. Okay, it's a warrior set out to be battlefield. Jitia mane kunuba battlefield ot jay, that's when do it agote. And then this dance form symbolizes what? Bravery and undoubted spirit of the Rabha people that defies defeat or even death. Okay, sobore nijor ritual asle when they go for war. What I say? Wait, even Ahoms they had it. Okay, so jetia jai the wives they have to weave enokwa eta asile juntu garment hoy, garment to weave kori dibo lage nijor, isn't it? Okay, that thing of history I will not go down, but then I want you to write down ki who tar logot hoisile ei incident to that she not weave it overnight, and then even she had to go on a battlefield because she felt really bad about it. Okay, please write. Let me know. And then come Jhumur dance. Jhumur dance we know it's very popular. It's a happy kind of dance, and it's you just don't do it alone. You do it with a number of people. And now Jhumur dance has also found an international platform with Jhumur Bandini that our Assam government has recently organized, isn't it? So it is all about ketia hoy tumalokor T tribe lake hokolor boys and girls they perform that. Boga aru ronga pari thaka eneke hari pindhi tekheluke, hai na? Okay, consider the following statement regarding Ahom Sahitya Sabha. Now, Ahom Sahitya Sabha is another major topic. Please, jiman parai collect information. As much as information you can collect regarding Ahom Sahitya Sabha. President's Hawk. Code ki hoisle, keneke hoisle. History is related to it. Current affairs is related to it. Everything is related to this topic. So please make sure that you do not miss out on this topic. Ahom Sahitya Sabha. Okay, this. So, the oldest literary cultural organization of Assam, the Ahom Sahitya Sabha was established in Kamrup district in 1917. 1917. Okay, that's the time when Ahom Sahitya Sabha was established, and in Kamrup district of Hoisile. Alright, then it was constituted mainly for the development of Assamese culture, language, and literature. Okay. Why? It was basically for Assamese culture, language, and literature. Tapsat Padmanabh Gohai Borua became the first secretary of the organization. The Sabha influenced the people of Assam to follow a nationalistic direction. So, yat amak ki hodise correct ki hoy. So, correct koise ki 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. So, third one is incorrect. Secretary. Okay. So, baki jodi swa. Kamrup district of Hoisle, Ketia 1917 of Hoisle established. Okay, that is correct. Then, Malkot ki hoy, mainly why? Development of Assamese language, literature, yes, of course. And then the Sabha influenced people to follow nationalistic. But then, why is Padmanabh Gohai Borua thing was wrong? The reason why is that he was the first, not the secretary. Okay. So, itia swa, he was the first, itia manublake bhabe, bohute muk agote hodise ki, yeah, but then it was there in Sipsagar, it was no. Established was like Kamrupot, into the first session was held here. Okay, so itia swa acted as the first president of Sabha and presided over the Sipsagar edition of his first session in 1917, whereas Bharat Chandra Goswami ki hoisile first secretary hoisile. Okay, of the organization. The evolution of the organization can be traced back to two earlier Kolkata-based bodies, that is Ahomia Bhasha Unnoti Hadhini Sabha, another important organization, and Assamese Literary Society, which had been established by a fewer Assamese students. And tetia amar again amar joto dark age buli kau no, because of our Assamese language had to a lot of setback hoisile because of the introduction of the Bengali language. So, ketia amar jonbur intelligentsia asile ba jonbur students asile tekheloke bahut kini obodan dise amar Assamia bhasha prai nibole. Aru henaka kisumar organization form hoisile jonme bare poti bahut exams ot hudi thake this. Okay, Assamia bhasha unnoti hadhini sabha. All right, so I hope we are regarding this question, I will not waste much time because we have to cover 100 questions, isn't it? Okay, so consider the following statement regarding the history of Assam tea. Again, another important, it is part of our heritage, Assam tea. Assam tea, rhinoceros, elephants, everything. So again, we have to we know historical point of view pasaba, economy point of view pasaba. Most amar kane very Assam tea is very important. So, consider the following statement regarding the history of Assam tea. Assam tea is a variety of black tea known for its briskiness and malty flavor. Then Assam tea plant is native to the Brahmaputra valley, and then Assam became the first region in the world to produce tea commercially after China. So, ita ki correct koise? Sab correct. Yes, it was earlier enaka nohoy ki swa amar Ahomot agotiyake asile, but Singpho hokole etu as a medicinal purpose kane use korisile. Ajikali ami janake ekdom we have such different types of tea that we drink, isn't it? There's black tea, there's white tea, there's green tea, and there's so many whatever kind of tea that comes up every now and then. But hetu time ot kitia hoisile before the Britishers came in, it was already there. Okay, but then Singpho hokole medicinal purpose, and that's the history part of it. We'll not go much in that. But again, etuleswa ki China use hoy asile. The Britishers thought China they wanted that আমাৰ অসমতো যাতে এনেকুৱা হয় ইণ্ডিয়াতো যাতে হয় so that the price level to নহয় তেখেতলোকে যাতে নিজৰ মতে কন্ট্ৰোল থবকে তেখেতলোকে যাতে কম সস্তাতে যাতে প্ৰাইস টু কিনিব পাৰে because China খালি বিকি আছিল China পৰা তেখেতলোকে লৈ আছে তো প্ৰাইস টু তেখেতলোকৰ কাৰণে ইমান ৰিজনেবল হোৱা নাছিল okay and the Britishers were businessmen they will always look for something which is beneficial for them right so all of the statements are correct then all the statements are correct Assam tea is indeed a variety of black tea known for its briskiness and malty flavor the tea plant Camellia sinensis var a this is the scientific name is native to Brahmaputra valley Assam became the first region outside of China to produce tea commercially okay then consider the following statement regarding Jorhat Sarvajanik Sabha it was established by whom Jagannath Borua a tea planter in 1875 the Jorhat Sarvajanik Sabha was deeply concerned about the issue of partition of Bengal then the main objective of Jorhat Sarvajanik Sabha was to provide platform for the wishes and aspirants of the common masses and the members of the organization also attended the Indian National Congress in Bombay in 1914 see most of the thing members mane ki hol swa Jorhat Sarvajanik Sabha and other Tezpur riot sabha and all এইবোৰ সভাত তেতিয়ালৈকে কি হৈছিল জানানে যেতিয়ালৈকে আইএনসি ফৰ্ম হোৱা নাছিল নহয় তেতিয়ালৈকে most of the things that were done very locally okay পিছতহে মানে এই ডাঙৰ ডাঙৰ মেম্বাৰছ বোৰ কিছুমান সভাৰ they went and they joined আমাৰ অসমৰ যোনটো অসম প্ৰদেশ কংগ্ৰেছ কমিটি যোনটো আছিলে they joined কিন্তু ইনিশিয়াল স্টেজত নহয় আমাৰ প্ৰবলেমটো এটো হৈ আছিল কি people were becoming aware of what the British rule were doing to us but it was being done in a very local level they were not united or ejon heneke dangor leader heneko nasil okay communication amar heneke ajikali nisna nohoy hoy na agote beleg asile so it's only with the birth of INC with the formation of INC the platform eta pale where people from all the walks of life from all the corners of the country they came together and even Assam jumped that bandwagon okay so etu hoy ki pisoloke Jorhat Sarvajanik Sabhar junbur members asle they joined tumar APCC ba tumar Ahom Pradesh Congress Committee okay and then aru ki asle swam they attended Indian tumalokor heri hoy asle noy hoy session hoy amar etu tumalke monot thaba ki amar kun amar yapra goise hebur session okay these are something regarding modern history that you need to remember so yat amar correct statement holise so all of this are correct okay they regarding the high taxation of the peasants and all hebur bikhoye awareness create korisile and they kind of fought for the Assamese people out here mane awareness create korisile tumar petitions disile and all that all right okay then come number 16 consider the following statement about Pushpalata Dasor bikhoy again we have to know as much as we can because she is another great women figure of Assam history especially when it comes to freedom fight okay etia swa at the age of 6 she joined the Banar Sena Monkey Brigade a volunteer group to promote Swadeshi and popularize Khadi yes amar karone he Swadeshi movement and all they were very important because our Indian junbu leaders asle they were appealing to the people not to use any cheap British made products amar karon amar junbu indigenous industries asle handicraft industries and all they were both heavily tekhetlokor loss hoise okay they were going through heavy losses and that kind of almost destroyed the backbone of Indian industry cottage industry okay so Swadeshi movement enako asile ki British goods and products use koribo na lage ki nijor junbur khadi products hoy indigenous products hoy ebor jate use kora okay that way dependency on the British products amar kom hoy jabo the people will be able to self sufficient amar junbur agote tumalokor villages bor jiman self sufficient asile no he self sufficient te ghuri ahe okay then so at the age of 6 iman horu swali just 6-year-old imagine what did she joined Banar Sena and it was what to promote Swadeshi and Swadeshi product and khadi. Then Pushpalata started a revolutionary organization called Mukti Sangha. Okay, then she was a member of the Rajya Sabha and a member of the Assam Legislative Assembly. Then in 1999 she was awarded Padma Shri by the Indian government. Again Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, there this is where ako tumalokor potokke confusion hoi jabo pare, so be very careful. So all the above statements are correct, but the last one, that is incorrect. So baki ebur jiman ami dekhi ahisu, first, second, third, they are correct except for the last. The last two amar statement 4 amar correct kyo nohoy swa, because he was given what? Padma Shri nohoy, Padma Bhushan. Okay. So 1999 the year is correct, but however it was Padma Bhushan that she was awarded. Okay, etu hoy baki tumalokor just information ki Banar Hewa, a locally organized volunteer group of girls that work to promote Swadeshi and popularize khadi among people. Around 1940, as part of civil disobedience movement, Pushpalata was one among the many women who were at the forefront of Indian front. Ite Pushpalata Das hok, Chandraprava Saikiani hok, many other women, it's very essential for us to know about them. The role that they played for Indian independence and Indian society, Indian independence and also our Ahom society karone video eta ase regarding them. Please go through that video. Okay. Because women related, it's another important topic. Anything to do with women. Okay. So she was one of the joint secretaries of the Congress Party Women's Wing in Assam and was given the charge of organizing and mobilizing women volunteers. And in 1991, she was awarded what? Padma Bhushan. Okay, so you see, she had quite a huge contribution when it came to our society and our independence. Then, which district passes closest to the Tropic of Cancer? So, my Tropic of Cancer, the geography question hoy, you will need the map, and if you get a map question like this when it comes to the mains prelims of nahoy, map hodai important hoy akiba. Okay, so etu question amak khudise Tropic of Cancer di par hoi joa sabse nearest closest kuntu district hoy, and the answer is Hailakandi. I wonder if there is, yeah. Okay. Ipne jabon hoy tuma Tropic of Cancer hoy nai, to etu Hailakandi. All right. Then comes our next question, that is, consider the following statement regarding Assam Baibhav Award. Now again, Assam Baibhav Award amar important hoi ja amar junbur Assam Civilian Awards hoy na hoy. Make sure you learn all about that. The year kune ki pale, it's okay, but again ki diye ki ahe hebur not bhaba. So it is the highest civilian award of Assam. Yes. This award will be provided with citation, certificate, medal, monetary sum of rupees 4 lakh. The government of Assam will provide up to 5 lakhs for medical expenses towards the treatment of critical diseases. Mane june award to pabo. Aru the awardees will be provided free accommodation in the state government, circuit houses, guest houses, and Assam Bhavan. So koba jodi tekhenloke thakibo logia hoy, they will be provided free accommodation. Kilo agote ke dekhibo janabo lagibo ki moi ahi asu, agote ei potokke ahi pine moi ahi golu eta kori do heneke nohoy, agote inform koribole lagibo. So which of the following statement are correct? The correct statement is 1 and 4. So etu hoy amar highest civilian award hoy, no doubt. Then the last one which is correct, that is, they will be provided free accommodation and all from our state government. Okay, so now the other statement, iman ki pabo iman ki kyo wrong hoy ami sao ki Assam Baibhav a citation, certificate, medal and monetary sum of kiman 5 lakhs, 5 lakh rupees. Okay, and then the government will provide how much? Up to 2 lakhs. Jodi kiba enaka life threatening disease hoy, bemar hoy, chikitsa karone kiman loke sabo government e dibo tumalokor 2 lakhs loke dibo. Okay, for critical diseases. So now we come to question number 19, that is, consider the following statement about Chandraprava Saikiani, another very important figure. She was the founder of Mitru Bahini. Then she is a recipient of Indian Civilian Award of Padma Bhushan in the year Ketia 1972, and then number 3rd is contesting election for the Legislative Assembly, she became the first woman to foray into politics in independent India. Okay, then she is considered to be the pioneer of feminist movement in Assam. That is very, very, very correct. Yes. So, etia amak kodise, which of the above statement is or are correct? So, etia statement hobo 3 and 4. Okay, so 3 and 4 ki asile hoy tekete elections, he did stand for elections, and then she is definitely considered the pioneer of feminist movement in Assam. But then amar ei duta je statement wrong koise. Let's see why. Is it because Chandraprava Saikiani is an Assamese freedom fighter? Yes, we know that she is a writer, she is a social reformer. She did a lot for women education. Then she was the founder of All Assam Ansolik. Oh, sorry. She was the founder of All Assam Pradeshik Mahila Committee, a non-governmental organization working for the welfare of the women of Assam. She also took a proactive role in civil disobedience movement in 1932. Aru tekhete ki paisile? He is a recipient of Padma Shri. Okay, again, remember that she is the one who got Padma Shri. All right. So these are the dates regarding Chandraprabha Saikiani. Please go through it again. All right, because she is another figure that pray tekhetor bikhoye questions ahi thake. So tekhete ki organization or logot jorito hoy ase, ki freedom movement or logot jorito hoy ase. What are the works of activism that she has done? Amar karone bahut besi important hoy jay from the exam point of view. All right, so now let's move on to the next question, that is, consider the following statement regarding Punyadham scheme. It is Punyadham, it is amar government schemes hoy again. Amar especially for APSC amar Ahomor side pa jontu amar ahe nohoy hetu amar karone important hoy jay. So itia sa Punyadham scheme ki hoy is framed by social welfare department, government of Assam for kar karone koise ki senior citizens of Assam or karone koise ki kore. The 4 destinations are Jagannath Puri, Mathura, Vrindavan, Ajmer Sharif Dargah and Vaishno Devi. Mane it has to do basically with senior citizen. Ami iman to janu. I am thinking at least you know this much about the scheme. Then the income of the applied person should be iman. Okay, not more than this. Then maximum 2 people from one family can apply. So etia amak ako ki hudise the correct answer, and the correct answer is 2 and 4. That is the destination cover koribo, that is Jagannath Puri, iman etu eya. These are the things that wherever the people want to go. And aru number 4 ki koise ki maximum 2 people from one family can apply. But then this one is wrong. So why is it wrong? Let's see. Punyadham is framed by what? Tourism department. Okay, kuntu department ki welfare scheme ulaise? Please, you need to know that. Kune ulaise? Government of Assam of which department? Tourism department. Okay, objective to ki hoy? Pilgrimage hoy in India for senior citizen. Our income to tat ki likha asle 1.2, right? Into yat koise ki person should be 2.5. Okay, so that is a criteria to apply for this scheme. All right, so now let's move on to the next scheme. Next question. That is, how many districts of Assam share an international boundary? So, yat actually tumalokor map thakile easy hoy jay, but then I will rush for today. Okay, so the answer is 9. Yat amak India district huda nai, amar heri huda nai, tumar states huda nai, but then amar Ahomor keta district international boundary kore. So international ahile khali Bangladesh hobo. Okay, we always think about it to be only Bangladesh etu side. Will also be Bhutan. So again, amar keta district kore, that is Nota. Okay, all right. So now again we go to the next question. Consider the following statement regarding All India Ahom Riot Sabha. Okay, sorry. All India Ahom Riot Sabha. All right. So again, let's see what they are asking us to do is, the first statement they say that All India Ahom Riot Sabha was held where? In Nagaon. Okay. All the demands at the district level were taken up in the All India Ahom. So amar district level or jiman ji demands asile hetu time on. So court final court loi jay, iyat loi jay. All India Ahom Riot Sabha loi jay. Then the Sabha mobilized peasants of Assam was accomplished through what? Art forms, like bihu songs and all, okay? And they were used to sing songs against the British government. Then, Bhauna was performed after every Riot Sabha conference to commemorate it. So, yat amak ki hudise? Incorrect kuntu hudise. So, incorrect is only one. That is A. So, rest all of them are correct. So, you see they have used art and music and dance to kind of mobilize people, to bring more awareness among the people, and to so that some manuhe ahi pine they can, you know, be a part of this movement. That's how they did. So they were very, very creative, you can say. But then the first statement is wrong. Kyoswa, the first All India Ahom Riot Sabha was held in Jorhat, not in Nagaon. Okay. So Bhauna was performed, yes, juntu correct hoy, conference of comrade, as it is performance bostu manuhor jiman attention to grab koribo pare, they kind of made sure that people haneke include hoi jabo. Okay, so let's not get into much details. Then consider the following statement regarding Dhola-Sadiya bridge. Okay, all of you know, whenever there is a bridge thing, it's very, very popular in Assam. Then most of us will go there for photographs, right? Okay, so etya saw Dhola-Sadiya bridge is a beam bridge in India connecting northeast states of Assam and Arunachal. Okay, the bridge is over the Brahmaputra river from the village of Dhola in the south and Sadiya in the north. The bridge is named after Bhupen Hazarika, an artist and filmmaker from Assam, and it is the longest bridge in India over water. Now, amak ki hudise? Yat hudise correct statement. So we see answer is 1, 3, and 4. So 1 ki hoise hoy, it does connect ki Ahom and Arunachal. Correct. Second, over Brahmaputra river. Kintu a statement to wrong hoise. Kintu Brahmaputra river over the hoy jano. And that's where you know people get it wrong most of the time. Karon Brahmaputra upot nohoy. Tu beleg ekhan nodi upot hoy. Okay, we'll read about it. Then the bridge is named ami janu Bhupen Hazarika hetu buli kau hami hoy nai. Then ahe tomar, it is the longest bridge in India over water. So jitya Brahmaputra bridge longest buli koa jay nahoy manhe pray Dhola-Sadiya buli likhi diye. And that's where they get you know, because it is not the river Brahmaputra, but actually it is a chuntu nodi de it jay no, like you see. The first a Lohit river. Okay, so it is over Lohit river. So exactly now Lohit river is definitely a tributary, but then it's not like completely Brahmaputra as such. Iti ami Hubonhiri bodli jodi Brahmaputra likhi diu, answer to kitiao correct nohoy hoy nai. So henokai tomalage swa Lohit river to our Brahmaputra. Lohit river is a tributary of the Brahmaputra. Our Lohit river upor a bridge khona. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question is, consider the following statement regarding Assam Deen Dayal Divyanjan Sahajya scheme. Okay, another important scheme. Yat ki koiseswa. The main objective of the scheme is to provide financial assistance to Divyanjan of the state for their treatment. That is the first statement. Then disability certificate lagibo kiman hobo lagibo, possessing 60% disability or more will be considered. All right, according to this statement. Now, the state government of Assam will provide 2-time grant of rupees 5,000 to disabled people for their treatment. Then there is no age limit for education. Educational qualification is mane age limit na lage aru ba educational or qualification required nahoy. So now we see which of the following statement are incorrect hoise. Okay, incorrect ki statement hoise. So B answer is 2 and 3. So A to these two are incorrect. Okay, so these two statements are incorrect. So baki first it's true, and the last one, no age limit or education certificate, doesn't really matter to apply for the scheme. Kintu A baki duta kyo bhul koise swa. It is a state scheme for disabled person of the state. 60% boli likha asle he statement to right, but actually 40%. 40% is so much, isn't it? Then or more will be considered. Then the state government of Assam will provide 1 time. Tat ki likha asle 2 times. Right? of rupees 5,000 to disabled people for their treatment. And applicants should approach where should they go to apply for the scheme? Kak approach koribo lagibo? They need to approach the district social welfare officer. Okay, so this is where they need to go and apply. All right, then next aru ki ase so next question. Consider the following statement about Lakshmina Besborua. So most these popular figures, you know, we are so confident about them that we know so much about them, but then again exam ot ahi eta likhibole ja ami confuse hoi jao hoy na henoka hoy, because we know the, you know, summary eta ami gom pai thaku, summary eta ami janu, but then there are also certain details that amar ketiba miss hoi jay. So don't do that, be prepared. Okay, ketiba tumi ei Lakshmana Besborua janu e nalage nopohilo hobo boli ami skip koru, but don't do that. So he was one of the significant literary figures born in Nagaon district of Assam. He was honored with the title Sahityarthi. Okay, he wrote the poem Murdekh, and then Budhi Ai Hadhu, a collection of stories of folklore, was written by him. Which of these statements are correct? So all of these above statements are correct. Okay, Budhi Ai Hadhu tumalake jodi poha nai pohiba. It's very, very interesting when you have the time, not now. Okay, then consider the following statement about Dwijing Ji. Okay, I'm sorry about the pronunciation if I'm wrong. Okay, festival. So it is an annual festival set on the banks of Beki River. Then DWI stands for river. Dwi. Okay, Dwi. This word Dwi. I don't know if it's Dwi or okay. Stands for river, and Jing stand for bank. Okay, it is celebrated in Haflong district of Assam. Then it is to bring tourism opportunities for local communities. Etia hudise amak incorrect statement ki hoy. So the incorrect is 1. This one is wrong. That means it is not, the festival is not organized on the banks of river Beki. And then number 3rd, which is celebrated in Haflong district, etu correct nohoy. So correct ki hobo etu swa. The colorful Dwijing festival is an annual festival set on the river of Ai River. Kot hoy? It's near Hagrama Bridge in Chirang district. So Haflongot no hoy, Chirang district ot hoy, ar kuntu river hoy, bridge osor hoy, Hagrama bridge osor hoy, ar kuntu river hoy tumar Ai River. Okay? Now let's move on again. Consider the following statement about Tun Ram Fookan. Tun Ram Fookan related to amar bahut question ahi thake. Okay? He was a lecturer at Guwahati Law College. He was the leading organizer of non-cooperation movement and Caliphate movement. Aru ki koise swa? He was the president of Guwahati Congress Committee, and when the Prince of Wales landed in Bombay on November 17, 1921, Fookan organized an almost complete hartal at Guwahati. Okay, which of the above statements are correct? So the answer is all of the above. So sob correct hoy. So he was a lecturer definitely, and then he was a leading organizer of these two movements, non-cooperation movement and then Khilafat movement. Jodo ekeloge eneke Gandhi ji heri kori disile, hai na? Then he was a president of Guwahati Congress Committee, and then when the prince came to tekhetloke etu hartal start kori disile. Okay, now match the following. Eta kitab, books are again very, very important for us. Books, name of the books, the authors. Okay, yad ete amar correct answer kuntu koise, number C to koise. So C, A ki hoy? A hoi jay 3. Okay, bhul hatya kune likhise? Manoj Kumar Goswami likhise. And then ahile B kune likhise? 1 Pulo Hoikia likhise. And then C is 4 Apurva Kumar Saikiani aru Patkai Ipare Mur Dekh kune likhise? Chandana Goswami. Okay, so we'll move on again. Etu ebu questions of kitabor questions writer kune ki likhise hetu bujibole eku nai mukhosto maribo. Consider the following statement regarding that Dhikia Khwa Bor Namghor. Dhikia Khwa Bor Namghor tumalke I am sure bahut take tumalke visit korisa sage goisa. So let's see. Yak ki hudise koise ki Dhikia Khwa Bor Namghor is located in Jorhat district of Assam. It was established by Saint reformer Aniruddha Dev, and it is called a Bor Namghor because of its historical association and large campus. আমাক ইয়াত সুধিছে ইনকাৰেক্ট ষ্টেটমেন্টটো কোনটো হয় so the incorrect statement out here is 2 that is it was established by saint reformer Aniruddha Dev বাকি এবোৰ সব correct okay so দেখিয়া খোৱা বৰনামঘৰ ক'ত আছে যোৰহাটত আছে আৰু is a historical it definitely will have any historical because of why Madhavdeve banai thoi joa hoy nai Ikekho Bornamghar is located in Jorhat district. Yes, we know it's correct. Established by Saint Reformer Madhavdev. Now, the thing about Ikekho Bornamghar, it is significance. He kindled an earthen lamp there, which has been continuously burning since then and religiously refueled by the priest out there. That Saki Madhavdeve jolaisile, ajiloke he Saki gos joli ase. Okay, আৰু তাৰ যোন ভকত আছে জনে জনে নামঘৰটো চাই okay they make sure that he saki সদায় যাতে জ্বলি থাকে okay so you can see কি কিমান বছৰৰ পৰা he saki গছ জ্বলি আছে isn't it now let's move on to the next question consider the following statement regarding vulture conservation breeding center that is VCBC it is in Assam statement to ki koise it is in Assam Forest Department's land that falls in the Jorhat Reserve Forest in Rani Range. Aru ki koise? VCBC at Rani is the only one representing the north. Mane entire jiman a organization a heri to ase na breeding center to ase to entire northeast of cover kore dekhen. Okay. Then it undertakes intensive survey and breeding programs of vulture. Ami janu vulture they had a major setback was there because mane population to bahut besi komi goise dekhetor mane dekhetor those vultures and then a microchip is fitted that gives the individual unique identification number for lifelong it kundu correct hoiswa all the statement are correct out here okay so they can look at breeding kore research kore they make sure that they put a tag the chip on every vulture so that they could keep a track on those vultures okay all right then let's move on to the next question Consider the following statement about Digheshwari Devalaya. Now again, temples blakor bahut besi another important thing that you need to do location. Kune build korisile, okay? Kuntu hillot ase hebur jani thua bhal hobo. Then consider the following statement about Digheshwari Devalaya kotha hodise ki koise yat. This shrine is considered as one of the supreme Devi Tirthas of the state. It has several rock cut images. It can be traced to the 13th to 14th century AD. We don't know exactly kuntu AD mane time ole jabo 13th to 14th loke tekeloke dhorise. This is one of the few temples where buffalo sacrifice is done annually during Durga Puja. So yat hudise ki amak which all of them are correct. So 1 is correct. Yes, Devi Tirthas hoy. Then 2 is correct. That is several rock cut ami paisu. Kintu etu correct no hoy. And ইয়াত buffalo sacrifice কৰা যায় কেতিয়া দুৰ্গা পূজা তো দুৰ্গা পূজাত আৰু কিছুমান আছে যত buffalo sacrifice কৰা okay let me know if you kind of support animal sacrifice or not that is like quite a controversial topic but then again I want to know your views okay Digheshwari Devalaya is located on the north bank of what Brahmaputra This scheme is considered as one of the supreme Devi Tirthas of the state. Yeah. Isolated and lying on the foot range of the hills, it has several rock cut images which can be traced to what? 11th to 12th century. Okay, not 13th to 14th or whatever, but 11, mane aru purana. Then, this is one of the buffalo sacrifice. Rajai. Then, come match the following again. Ami ako ahim kitabor logot. So, what does it say? Kune ki likhisile etia number B is correct out here so we see 1 Syed Abdul Malik ki koisile it is etu okay B yat olop ako etu bostu olop ifal hoi gol never mind but I hope you can understand that right then Rosnikanto Bordoloi ki likhisile Miri Jiori and then ahile 3 number Rita Chaudhary ki likhisile Maya Bhrita aru Homen Borgohai ki lise Gumuha aru Ramdhenu. So please again kitabor logot jiman ji question ahe please bhalke pohi thoba karon ahiboi ahi thakise agote ahise eteo ahibo aru ahi thake I know it's confusing, but it will. So notun kunba jodi kiba prize jikise, kiba award paise, please make sure that you know about their names and the name of the book. Okay? Aur parile kitabor topic to ki hoy, at least etu jani thoi. Okay, consider the following statement about Governor Assam Pratibha Protsohan Yojana. Okay, etu eta ki hoy sao ami. It is a financial assistance program specifically designed for aspirants of the UPSC civil examination. Okay, then it is in partnership with Project UPSC organized by Pawan Chintan Dhara Ashram and Arya Pratibha Vikas Sansthan. Okay, this program will provide support kiman 512 dedicated aspirants. This selected direct mode aspirants will enjoy comprehensive benefits including accommodation, meals and mentorship. So Governor Assam's Pratibha Protsohan Yojana a gutte gita statement correct. So partnership kar logot hoise with Project UPSC organized kone korise Pawan Chintan Dhara Ashram aru Arya Pratibha Vikas. Itu amar karone important hoy. Kiman jon students ok ba aspirants ok support koribo 512 aru ki koribo tumar tekhelokok meals, mentorship and accommodation o dibo. Okay. This is also financial assistance. Now we come to the next question. Consider the following statement regarding the Tiwa tribe. All the tribes, please make sure missing Tiwa, Karbi, all of them, Deoris, Rabhas, all the tribes, all the tribes of Assam. Make sure you read about them. Okay. So Tiwa tribe is indigenous to Assam and Meghalaya. Sagramisawa is celebrated to mark the beginning of the sowing season. Then Loho Lahai is songs of the ceremony of name giving, wedding, etc. Diam Niam is a ritual dance performed during religious ceremonies to seek blessings from their deities. Most of the tribal communities have their own deities. Okay, they have their own deities, they have their own festivities. So learn the name of the deities, the festivities, the dance types, okay, the clothes and attires, everything. So yat ki koise amak incorrect koise. So all of them about the Tiwa tribe is correct. None of them is incorrect. So hoy indigenous to Assam, and you'll also find that them in Meghalaya. And then Sagramisawa, yes, beginning of ki hoy, sowing season hoy. And this song Loho Lahai is a song mane kiba ceremony hole tekhetluke they name giving hog, wedding hog, they use this songs. Then Diam Niam is a ritual dance. Yes, even that is correct. Okay. Then ahira ami next question. Consider the following statement about Chandraprava Saikiani. I think we did this question. Okay, we'll skip. Then okay, about next question to amar ahe. Consider the following statement regarding jute production in Assam. So Ahom is the second largest jute producing state in India. Okay, let's see next. Nagaon, Gwalpara, Borpeta, Dorong district are the main jute producing district of Assam. Okay, let's see. In 1970, cooperative jute mill was established at Silghat of Nagaon district, and then our key question, this is the only jute mill in the country in cooperative sector. So yat amak ki hudise, how many of the statements are correct? And all of these statements are okay. So Ahom ki hoy second largest jute producing state of India hoy, and then Nagaon, Gwalpara, Borpeta, Dorong district are the main jute producing district of Ahom. Aru etia hoisle tomar 1917 jute mill was established kot hoisle Markor Nagaon district hoisle, and then this is the only jute mill in the country in cooperative sector. Okay. Then consider the following statement about Varman dynasty. So we go to ancient Assam. So yat ki koise Mahendra Varman was the founder of this dynasty. Is this correct? Pushya Varman performed horse sacrifice rituals. Horse sacrifice ritual to naam ki asile Ashwamedha Yagna. So you have to be certain level of a powerful king to perform that kind of yagya. Okay, নহলে সবে নোৱাৰিলে হেতেন. Then Chinese pilgrim Huan Sang visited Kamrupa during the reign of Bhaskar Varman. Bala Varman sent his daughter Amrita Prabha to Kashmir King Meghavahana in marriage. So yat amak kudise which of them are correct. So correct hoy number 3 and number 4. So Mahendra Varman founder nohoy, kun founder hoy Pushya Varman hoy. Okay, our Mahendra Varman is the first june ei Ashwamedha yagya to korisile. Our Mahendra Varman time ote junto military glory hoy no ekdom pura peak ot asile. In fact, after Bhuti Burman heti ahile, even they were powerful, no doubt. Kintu Mahendra Burman was the one who declared himself completely independent and autonomous. And Pushya Burman or time ot ami dekhu ki some level of heri amar ki koi Gupta Empire logot some level of subordination amar asile. Okay, Doboka and Kamrupor. But kuntu external loke asile ami najanu. Aru hekane tumaloke saba ki Pushya Burman or junjal putra ahisle Hamudra Burman. He named it after the king Samudragupta. Okay, so that is all. So Mahendra Varman was one powerful king june completely nijoke independent, sovereign, declare autonomous declare kori dile that he will be under no one. Ashwamedha yagya korisile. And then Pushya Varman was the one who was the founder of this dynasty. Okay, then let's move on to the next. Then, regarding Lakshminath Bezborough literary work and influence, ki koise swa? Ako Lakshminath Bezborough ami aru eta question korisilu, but then again this is also a different question. Okay, again ami tekhetor bikhoy aru information enake collect kori jam. All right, he composed patriotic song O Mur Apunar Dekh. Then now in the previous question ami tekhetor pen name kotha ami poha nasilu, hoy nai? So his pen name for satirical writing ki asile Kipabor Borborua. Then he wrote 3 historical works and 2 autobiographies. So correct ki hoy? All of these statements are correct. Okay. So pen name Kipabor Borborua kar naam hoy? Lakshminath Bezborough. Pen name buru important hoy. Bur author je nijor pen name beleg ke likhisile. Hoy nai? Okay. So next aru eta ami sai jao. Okay. Consider the following statement about Mohan Bhoira Memorial Award. Okay, Mohan Bhaira Memorial Award of kotha ki koise yat sao. It is conferred in the name of renowned Bhauna artist and Sangeet Natak Academy Award winner Mohan Chandra Burman. Okay, the award recognizes folk artists from rural Assam for their exceptional contribution to traditional arts. This year, it has been awarded to whom? Awarded to Purnia Prabha Dr. Tamuli. It includes a cash prize of how much? 10,000, a selling sador, a japi, and a gamusa. Okay, which of the above statement are correct? The above statement is 1, 2, and 4. So A are correct hoy. Okay, award recognizes 4 artists from rural Assam for the contribution where in traditional arts, and then 4. This is correct. So this year it has not been awarded to Punya Prabha Datta, but kak award korise ami sao, and that is who? Kopra hoise tumar swa. Okay. So you see the Nalbari district unit of all Assam student unit conferred the prestigious Mohan Bhaira Memorial Award upon renowned Nagara Nam artist Bijoy Medhi. Okay, Bijoy Medhi dia goise this year. So Aru kintu ei Punya Prabha Datta Tamuli juntu ami pohisu tekhetuke agotei pale agote aru kone paise swa Sitaram Ray paise Buktaram Borwa Ojhai paise Manik Soikia Ojhai paise Ruhin Rabhai paise Duijen Gogoi aru Prabhat Sharma paise into latest kune paise tumar Bijoy Medhi paise. Okay, ki award to naam ki asile Mohan Bhaira Memorial Award. Monot thakibo Mohan Bhaira Memorial Award kune paise Bijoy Medhiye paise aru baki hokol asile june already award agote pai goise tekhendokoru naam yat dia ase. Okay, then ahise next question. Consider the following statement regarding Assam Din Dayal Divyanjan scheme. Then okay, ako ahise tumar consider the following statement about Namdang Hill Hakbu. Okay, so regarding this, it is a bridge cut out from single solid rock over Namdang River. It was constructed by workmen brought from where? Bengal. It was constructed during the reign of Horgodev Rajeshwar Singha in 1703. Then NH39 passes through this bridge. So yat etia ami ki bisaribo lagibo, they are asking us to find the correct answer. So correct answer is 1 and 2. So it's a bridge from a single solid rock bonwa goisile, and then aru number 2 correct hoy. It was constructed by workmen brought from Bengal, kintu ei horgode Rajeshwar Singh time ot hua nai aru NH39 diu pass hua nai. So answer to ki hobo the correct one, kune banaisile Rudra Singh. Okay, it was constructed during the time of Rudra Singh. Here is correct. However, it passes through what? It passes through NH37. Okay, correct. So 1000 mane juntu amar hoy, it has how many? 6 culverts. Okay, aur baki information ebur yat di ase. Okay, iman 60 meters in length and 6.5 meters in breadth. Okay, then consider the following statement regarding Pistarita Kanaklata Mohila Sambhalikaran Yojana. So a Yojana to the scheme will rely on three major principles for poverty reduction. Ki hoy? Self-help, mutual benefit, and self-reliance boli koise. Okay, then the scheme will encourage members of self-help groups to take up livelihood activities for economic upliftment for a better life. Okay, the scheme will also encourage investment in income generating activities by members of women self-help groups as well as by their family members. Okay, the scheme will enhance mobilization of credit from bank to women self-help groups for higher investment in income generating activities by the members. So basically it is for the junbur mohila hakol ase self-help groups are, so that they become economically independent. Okay, so and then it relies three major principles koi ase yat: self-help, mutual benefit, and reliance. So incorrect ki hoy? None of the above. Mane all of these statements are correct. So if they ever ask you write about this, whether it's prelims or mains, please make sure you mention this: self-help, mutual benefit, and self-reliance. Okay, so basically it is for the women folk. Now, which of the rebellion in Assam history is called Dondua Draw? Okay, Dondua Draw kuntu rebellion of koi? That is rebellion of Haradatta aru Biradatta. So ami janu nohoy, there was a time jetia political unrest bahut beshi hoi goisile amar, ketia horai ghator battle jetia hoi gol, and then after that Lachit dhukale, and then after that tumar hetu time or pisor pra ami janu ki amar Ahom juntu Ahom kingdom asile, they went through a lot of political unrest. Okay, mane instability, the period of political instability boli kau ami. All right, and during one of those times etia a rebellion eta hoisile, and then tar pisot ahile tumar muamuria. Okay, political instability hoi gol, political instability hoi joa pisot jenten tumar Godhador Singh ete Rudra Singh ete bhal korile thik korile, kintu later phase ot ako ki hoi gol tumar muamur rebellion ahi gol. Muamur rebellion ahi joa pisot ako amar political state of the Ahom kingdom bahut beshi beya hoi gol. Okay, and then there were also a number of rebellions, and one of them was by Haradatta aru Biradatta. Okay, so yat ki koise, during the period of Kamleshwar Singh, the king of Ahom at Gorgaon, mane ki asile tetia prime minister kun asile janane? Purnananda Burhagohai asile. So you can say the Purnananda Burhagohai time ote mane somehow he was able to manage rebellions, and he was the one who sent Kolia Bhumra. Okay, Kolia Bhumra pathale Borphukan asile tekhet, and he suppressed the rebellion. Okay, and both these brothers were killed. The younger brother was killed in the battle known as Dondua Draw. Haradatta fled away to the jungle. However, he was combed out later and sentenced to a very painful. All right, Raja kun asle Sulifa Kamleshwar Singh. This Kamleshwar Singh in a later phase of junbu Raja ahile no, they were quite incompetent asle, iman bhal nasile. So the prime minister Purnananda Burhagohai bahut khini tekhete muamuria rebellion hog ba baki ebur hog tekhete, his contribution was immense, trying to stabilize the Ahom kingdom. But tekhete bahut okay nwara kolaru, and he also dies. Then Bukuni Patani is a traditional costume of which tribe? Who's Rajbongsi? Okay, so Bukuni Patani is a traditional costume of kuntu tribe or kotha jodi hude traditional costume hebu kotha ami pohibole amar moi bare poti tumalok koi asu ki olop interest diba diboi মানে এনেকে ডিঙিত পিন্ধে কিবা কিবি এনেকুৱা কিছুমানে ইউ নো হেড স্কার্ফ এখন লগায় কোনটো ট্রাইবৰ হেড স্কার্ফৰ কি নাম হয় মানে মাফলাৰ টাইপ লগায় হেবু কি নাম হয় বুকুত এনেকে পিন্ধে ককালত এনেকে লগায় তো হেবুৰ বস্তু তোমালকে মন আছে তো এতিয়া বুকুনি পাতনি কথা যদি আমি আমাক খুদে দেন নো ইট কামস ফ্রম whom it comes from the Kuzras Bongsi okay it's for the Kuzras Bongsi then we it's a single piece of cloth around the chest, okay, chest out till the knee. It is extended till the knee. It's known as patani, lifan, or fota. Okay, so it's the same thing, but however they have different names. This patani, lifan, or fota. Okay. Then consider the following statement regarding Asiatic golden cat. Again, it's important for us. Let's see what does it say. The Asiatic golden cat has been sighted again where? In Kaziranga National Park. It has been classified near threatened by International Union for Conservation of Nature. IUCN or list of he say red ki color ki ebur please mon rakhiba please it will come okay the Asiatic golden cat sorry it's because of the season I guess okay. So the Asiatic golden cat is native to southern China, Southeast Asia and Northeast India. Then this species thrives across diverse habitats including subalpine forest and tropical rainforest. So yate ki koise ama correct statement bisaribo koise. So correct statement ki hoy? Eya hoy, correct hoy, or sorry. One is incorrect. Okay, so one is incorrect. Amone citing Kazirangat hua nai. Okay, so yat hua nai. This is incorrect. But the rest near threatened koise kune IUCN koise that this is correct. Okay, Asiatic edu correct hoy, edu correct hoy, edu correct hoy. Now why is one this one is incorrect? Kyo code citing hoise Manas ne. Okay, so the citing was here. Ending an 8-year monitoring drought. Mane for almost 8 years oloke tekheloko keneke dekhai poa nasil. Okay, so you see this is such a big event in the conservation mane tumar juntu scenario to jodi swa it is quite a big thing. Okay, after 8 years jodi dekha paise. So quote hoise again in where Manas National Park after an 8 years or pisot. Then known for what? Secretive behavior and dwindling population. Mane population to dwindling hato kom hoi goi ase. The rare feline represents marks an encouraging sign for biodiversity preservation efforts in the region. Okay, so he karne ami etu sao ki these are the things that you have to know. IUCN list of kun endangered hoy, kun near threatened hoy, ki hoy ami etu অলপ মন কৰিব লাগিব সো সাইন্টিফিক নেম ইয়াতে এটো দি দিয়া আছে তোমালকে আকো এবাৰ চাই লবা ওকে মানে পঢ়িবা অলৰাইট so which of the following is correct sequence of the capitals of Assam under different ruling dynasties okay so sub dynasties ahile বহুত ধৰণৰ dynasties ahile amar হয় নাই everybody had their own capital বহুতে capital shift কৰিলে ইয়াত The Palas shifted their capital and then the Salasambhas shifted their capital, the Ahoms shifted their capital many a times. Hoy nai. So he karne eta ami sam ki sequence of kune ki heneke korile. So the right answer is prothomote asile mane ekdom agote Pragjotispur, tar pisot ahile Gorgaon, Rangpur and the final is what? Jorhat. So ei tinta Ahomor mane by sequence jodi ami sao hetu heneke goi ase. So final capital during the time of the Ahoms were Jorhat. Okay, our to Gorgoya Raja boli ejonok jana jay because he shifted his capital to Gorgoya. So please let me know who is also known as Gorgoya Raja, who is also known as Dihinya Raja. Okay, all right. So okay, Who among the following was called Sarojini of Assam by Gandhi? So Gandhi ji is Sarojini of Assam kak boli koisile, that is Bhanumati Talukdar. So again another freedom fighter which is very important that we need to learn about her life is Bhanumati Talukdar. Hudi dibo tekhetor bikhoye question. Okay, please olop pohiba. So tekhetor bikhoye jodi olop jana jay, Bhanumati Talukdar is a resident core hoy, Kamrup district or hoy. Okay, then like I said, she is a notable freedom fighter and she is profoundly moved by Gandhiji's speeches during his tour in Assam in 1921 and chose to leave her family to dedicate her life to the cause of motherland. Imagine the sacrifice this women folk has done for India's independence. Not just India's independence, the Assamese women, they did not just fight for the independence of the country, you know, they were also fighting the social evils that persisted during those times. Child marriage hawk, women education hawk, superstition, G hawk. In fact, alcohol or juntu problem asile amar society, opium or juntu problem asile, they fought against all of those. Okay, so they did not just fight for the cause of independence of India or Assam, but also for the freedom of our society from all the social evils. Okay, then Aruki, she became famous and volunteer Rani by and was given the title Sarojini of Assam by Gandhiji himself. So volunteer Rani by jodi koy kun hoy Bhanumati Talukdar. Okay, then we come to the next question, that is consider the following statement about Rajabala Das. Again another important significant woman that we need to know, that she is the first woman graduate of Assam. Okay, she's the second woman president of Ahom Sahitya Sabha. Pratham kun hoy Nalini Bala Devi, woman president. Okay, Nalini Bala Devi. Then Rajabala Das started Guwahati Girls College. Okay, then he was the founder principal of Hendik Girls College. Okay, so yat amak ki bisaribo koise, correct statement koribo koise. So she is the first woman graduate. Yes, this is correct. This one is correct. Yes, but this one is wrong. So second tekhet nohoy. Okay, kintu prothom tu Nalini Bala Devi hoy. Then Rajabala Das started Guwahati. Yes, this is also correct and this is also correct. Okay. Then let's see yate ki koise, that Rajabala Devi, the prominent freedom fighter, revolutionary social reformer, education visionary, was founder and founding principal of which college? Hendik Girls College. She was enraged in women's upliftment program. Okay, yes. Rajabala, he also started Guwahati Girls College in 1939 on the premises of Pan Bazar Girls High School with only two students. Okay, she might have started small, but she did make a very huge difference during her time. Okay, then let's move on to the next. Okay, so now we come to question number 49, which is again match the following. Okay, so Ugratara Devalaya, kuntu hobo tumar Ugratara Devalaya is Ugratara Devalaya is C, which is Hibohingho. Okay, it was done during the time of, it was constructed during the time of Hibohingho. And then 2 is Sukleswar Devalaya, kar time ot hoisile tumar? Sukleswar Devalaya is D, that is Pramotto Hingho. Aru number 3 hol Umananda Mondir, kar time ot hoisile tumar? Godadhar Hingho time ot hoisile. Aru Negheri Ting hoisile tumar? Rajeshwar Hingho. Etia so Negheri Ting ba bahut kida amar enoka mondir ase, তোমালোকৰ ৰংঘৰ চাই লোৱা হয় নাই, বেলেগ এজন ৰজাই কৰিছিলে কিন্তু পিছত ৰিকনষ্ট্ৰাক্ট কৰিছিলে। তো নেঘেৰিটিং এনেকুৱা হৈছিলে কি আগতে যেতিয়া কছাৰী সকল আছিলে তেখেতলোকৰ টাইমতে এই কনষ্ট্ৰাকচন হৈছিলে কিন্তু পিছত পুৰা ৰুইনছ হৈ গৈছিলে। Okay, so it was again redone by whom? It was done by Rajeshwar Hingho. But then we option আমাৰ Rajeshwar Hingho আছে, সেইকাৰণে আমি Rajeshwar Hingho দিম। Okay, all right, so now let's move on to the next question. Yate baki khini ebur information dia ase, reason ki hoy. Then let's move on to the next question, that is number 50. So where was Pal Nam and Bir Nam or Thio Nam created by Madhav Dev? So yate ami aru eta question pai golu ki Pal Nam hok, Bir Nam hok, ba Thio Nam hok, kune create korisle? So jodi amak option at ahe kune korisle, then we know that the answer will be Madhav Dev. But yak amak khudise ki quote korisle, where? So the answer is Sundaririya Hotrot korisile. Okay, so yate duta question ami pai golu eta kune korisile and then where it was done in Sundaririya Hotrot. Okay, so now we see that Hotra was established by whom? It was established by Madhav Dev. Again, another question. Kunkhon Hotra ki henekeu ahe kar under ke ketia construction kune supervise korisile ba saisile henokwa ahe amar. So after leaving Gonakusi Hotra, okay, the first Hotradhikar of Borpeta Hotra, Sri Mathura Das Burhata, Ityaswa, again another Hotradhikar, Prothom Hotradhikar, Borpeta Hotra kun hoy, Mathura Das Burhata. Tar pisot aru ki koise, come to this Hotra and became a disciple of Sri Madhav Dev. It was here that Palnam and Virnam and Thionam was created by Sri Madhav Dev. A large number of items used by this guru, including Sachiputhis, are preserved here. Okay, so the material jot tekhetloke likhisile etu yate dia goise. All right, so now next question is Poichangken is celebrated by which community of Assam? Okay, so it is a festival, like I said, we have various different type of tribes and communities. They have their own festivities, own rituals, traditions, clothes. So etia ama kodise ki ei festival to kuntu tribe kore, and that is Taifake. All right, Taifake, they are Buddhist and their population is also besi nohoy, bahut kom hoy, and this is one festivities that is celebrated by them. Okay, so etia swa the Taifake or Fakials are very small Thai-speaking Mongoloid ethnic groups of Upper Assam. So Poichangken, the water splashing festival, is celebrated by this community. So recently a festival to Hoigol, tekhelokor. Then consider the following statement about Lachit Borphukan. Okay, so Lachit Divas is celebrated every year on 29th of November to mark his birthday and commemorate his bravery and leadership. He was also appointed to other major positions. Okay, so tekhet Borphukan huar agote tekhetor aru kisuman he had other jobs also. So ki korisile tekhete swa superintendent of stables of royal, that is horses, Ghura Borua, and superintendent of royal household guards. Okay, then he was a son of Momai Tamuli Borborua aru Kunti Moran. So yat ama kudise ki kun to statement correct hoy. Okay, so the answer is all of the above. So all the three statements out here is correct. Ki Lachit Borphukan hoy. Ami tekhetor on 24th November we do celebrate every year. Okay, that is on his birthday. What? To commemorate his bravery and leadership. And then what? That before he became a Borphukan, he also held other offices. For example, that is Ghura Borua aru superintendent of royal household guards. He used to work before becoming a Borphukan. Okay, then aru process number 53 ki hoy, the state anthem O Mor Apunar Desh was first published in which magazine? Okay, so etia O Mor Apunar Desh kunkhon magazine korisile prothom bar publish hoisile Bahi magazine. Okay, so these are the option, but then again I can't go much into details because we do not have much time. So O Mor Apunar Desh prothom bar jodi kobat publish hoisile hetu Bahit asile Bahi magazine. So state song O Mor Apunar Desh was one of the songs that was represented. Okay, the song was written by whom? Lakshminath Besbaro, and the tune kune banaisile? It was by Kamala Prasad Agarwala. Okay, gan likhisile kune? Lakshminath Besbaro, aru tune tu kune disile? Hur disile tumar Kamala Prasad Agarwala. It was first time published ketia 1909 in Assamese magazine named Bahi, which means flute. Okay, and was officially adopted Assam State Song ketia in 1927 at Ahom Chhatra Sonnmilan, that was held in Tezpur. Okay, karon hetu time ot amar bahut besi nationalistic sentiments hoy, it was quite high and people were very much involved in trying to overthrow the British rule. Okay? Then which tribe of Assam celebrates Norasingha Bihu? So etia ako again tribe ahise, please be all of concentrate on this one. So Norahingha Bihu jodi hoy kuntu tribe celebrate kore, that is the missing tribe. Okay, so what exactly it is? It is a Porak festival, is also popularly termed as ki hoy Norasingha Bihu. So it's the same thing. So sorry, Porak festival anata naam ami ki boli janu, Norasingha Bihu boli janu, aru it is a post harvest festival. Okay, it's a post-harvest annual festival, and the festival is observed why? To please the Mother Earth, okay, and their ancestors and the Almighty, and so that they can receive divine blessing. Okay, that's the reason why. So it is not pre-harvest or anything, but it has to do with post-harvest. Okay. Then Kal Hundhya, a Hindi crime drama film, is the only directed film on the Hindi language by which of the following Assamese personality? Okay, so Kal Sandhya was a Hindi crime drama film. Amar Ahomor Pune to direct korisile, and that is, the answer is Bhavendra Saikiani. It's quite a Dr. Bhavendra, very talented person. Hoy nai, bahut besi tekhet, he had a lot of contributions when it comes to our Assamese literature, art, and I would suggest if you could read some of his books. Okay, it's very interesting. He does it in a very different way. Then reasons why, jodi ami sao, if we want to go through the explanation is Kal Sandhya is a 1997 Indian Hindi crime drama film dwelling on militancy in Assam, directed by Bhavendra Saikiani. He was more than a filmmaker. Yes, exactly. He pursued an education in science, graduating in degree in physics from Cotton College in Guwahati, and later, actually, he was a man of science, but then again, he had a lot of contribution when it comes to literature. Okay. Then consider the following statement about Badungduppa Kalakendra. Now again, this is another important, we don't hear about it much, but then again, it's very important that we know about it. Badungduppa Kalakendra conducts workshop and community centers project in performing arts. Badungduppa Kalakendra established under the Sal tree in 2008. A minimal amount of ₹5 for tickets is charged from the audience. So edu mane enake gosse jupa enake tolot ba henakwa ki koy platform etate tekhenduke henake kiba theater ba hebur kore, and junbur notun modern junbur gadgets hoy hebur use nokore. Okay, it is done in a very organic, in a very raw kind of manner. All right, so the latest technologies related to that of lights, mics were used, making it grandeur and captivating the audience. So Amma could say which of the following are correct. Like I said, they do not use any modern technologies or anything like that. So lights, mics and all those are not used in this. And also, they can look at poisa no loy. It's free. Anyone can come and watch. Okay. So this too is correct. All right. So it a court hole under, it's an open air theatre festival. Okay, the festival was Pune start korisile Sukracharya Rabha Aru. What is he? He is a prominent playwright. Okay, however, he is no more with us. But whatever he has done, we still kind of trying to carry forward with it. And one of the thing is that it is very carbon neutral festival. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the next question. Consider the following statement about Vishnu Prokhat Rabha, another big personality of Assam that it's very important for us to know about him. So he is celebrated as Scholar Guru for his exceptional contribution to Assamese artistic paradigm. He was closely associated with India's People Theatre Association of Assam. He composed plays like Krishak and Hopun Kuoli. A thorough academician. I do have this, sometimes a spoonerism or issue ho jai more logot. He is often hailed as the first serious anthropologist of Assam working at the grassroots level. Which of the statements are incorrect? So all of these are correct. None of them is incorrect. Okay, hoy he was an academician and then mane academics ot bahut bhal asle tekhete ami janu tekhet we have he's got this title Kolaguru, and then after that he was associated with Indian People's Theatre Association. Okay, so hebur bostu ami tekhetor bikhoye jani thwa bhal hobo. So all of this statement out here that you see is correct. Okay, then we move on to the next question is the following statement about Ugratara temple. Now Ugratara temple or bikhoy ki hudise is why it is related to Hoti, the first consort of Lord Shiva, and then the present temple of Ugratara was built by whom? Ahom King Hibahingha. It is located in western side of Jurpukhuri in the heart of Guwahati city in Lota Hill. So which of the statement are incorrect? So again all of the statement are correct. Okay, none of them are incorrect. So it is related to Hoti aru ki koise etu temple kot ase kot build kune build korisle Hibahingha. So you see Hibahingha bahut kijon enaka temple ase jotu Hibahingha banaise, because Hibahingha was a very religious man. Okay, and then so again location to kot ase ki ase hebur sob dia goise, and then after that who was conferred the 21st Upendra Brahma Soldier of Humanity Award, Humanity Award 2024? So the answer is Anuradha Koirala. Okay, so this awards are also very important for us to learn, because kudi dibo kun award kune jikisle ketia jikisle. So it is a ceremony held in Bodofa cultural court hoy to Kukrajharat hoy. Okay, aru Anuradha Koirala ki hoy tekhet hoy ejon founder of the Maitri Nepal and renowned social activist hoy tekhet ekhon. Okay, was conferred 21st Upendra Brahma Soldier of Humanity Award. Aru ketia korisle book join kune eneke organize korise ki korise yate ase jeneke all Boro Student Union, APSC, then Upendra Brahma Trust. So tekhetloke ebur korise, and now she is what does Anuradha Koirala does is that she rehabilitates survivors. What survivors? Human trafficking. Okay, human trafficking, and that's what she has been doing all these years. And another important thing is that the award je diye that ki diye. So sude enaka question hoy na award logot ki diye. So with the award what do they give? The awardee is that a memento diye, citation diye, and 2 lakh these are check ekhon diye, aru Boro traditional waistcoat diye, aru arunai diye. Okay, so these are the things that Anuradha Koirala that it comes with this award. Okay. Then ahila tumar next question, consider the following statement regarding Paik system. Now Paik system is very important because the entire foundation after Paik system was introduced, not before that, but kobo para ki Ahom kingdom je it rose more and more. Okay, aru just strong hoi gol, it definitely because of Paik system. But then on the other hand, Paik system was also the reason jar karone Ahom kingdom or potonu hol. Okay, so etia he karone Paik system bahut important hoi jay, because administrative point of view pa sabo gole it was a major milestone for the Ahom kingdom. Entire Ahom kingdom administration to change kori disile hoy nai Momai Tamuli aru Pratap Singhoy mili juntu system anile. So etia swa in 1609 the Paik system was systematically implemented by whom? Momai Tamuli Borborua aru under the patronage of King Pratap Singho, jak ami ki buli kau Budha Raja buli kau, Budha Raja ba Buddhi Horgonarayan buli kau, Gojaputi buli kau. Okay, Susen Fa buli kau. Etia one thing about the Paik system, that sometimes they might ask you who is the architect of Paik system. So tetia jetia koy the architect of Paik system, tetia hole kun hobo Momai Tamuli Borborua hobo. Okay, that is Lachit Borphukan's father. Then in exchange of their service, Paiks were granted a fixed hereditary land holding that they could pass down to their descendants. Is it true? So services there, see all the male members, able-bodied male members, okay, from between 16 to 50 years, they had to render services to the state. So state to kiba dibo lagibo hoy nai. So yak koise ki junbur state karone dise, for example land and all, that were hereditary. মানে suppose deutakok dile to deutake nijor putekole transfer kori dibo pare, but how true that statement is, we'll see. Okay, it played a crucial role hetu hoy defense public work. So jetia juddho hoy tetia paik hokole juddho lage, ba during the time of peace jetia juddho nohoy to tenahole construction work ot lage, manufacturing work ot lage, agriculture work. So heburot gotei loga mane it was a completely efficiency based. Okay, jiman pare pro efficiently manpower paik system e use korisile. Then adult male between 16 to 50 years had rendered personal service. Okay, so anyone who is able-bodied, okay, somebody who is able-bodied, they have to. It was compulsory. Jodi lukwai thoi diye nokoi na jai, then the punishments were very harsh. So which of the above statement is or are correct? So you see, this statement is correct. Okay, this is not correct. This is correct and this is correct. Etu correct nohoy karon to bostu hereditary nohoy. Hetu power paik sokolor nasile ki ei deutake paise eto deutake pisot nijor lora jonok transfer kori dibo, hetu tekhet lukor he power to nohoy nai. So it was not transferable, it was neither hereditary. Okay, so it was one in exchange of the service pikes were granted a fixed land holding, land granted were unsurfaced, not hereditary or non transferable. Which of the following statement is true regarding the inland waterways terminal inaugurated at Jogigopa on the Brahmaputra river? So it was inaugurated by, he could say following statement is true regarding the inland waterways inaugurated at Jogigopa on the Brahmaputra. Kunai korisile? So it was the terminal. Kuntu statement out of all this statement, it was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The first shipment carried agricultural products to Bhutan. The terminal aims to enhance trade with Bhutan and Bangladesh. It is located on National Waterway number 1. So yet, out of all this statement, only this is the statement that is correct. So the terminal aims to enhance trade with Bhutan and Bangladesh. Okay, Kuntu terminal, that is inland waterways, which is quote hoy inaugurated quote Jogigopa on Brahmaputra river. All right, then we come to the next question. Match the following again. Yet match the following hoy ki hole tumar swa based on the tributaries and the location. Okay, so etia swa bridges ki ase yate again bridges and all will come. So match the following again yate ahi goise to swa tumar bridges. Horaighator bridge quote ase, that is, oh sorry, they're asking about the feature, like it can be when it was built or how it was built, like that. So the answer is A. So A jodi ami sao to A mane usually they are all etu mane first A to was correct hoy. So Horaighator bridge was built when in 1962. Then Koliabhumra bridge connects Nagaon and Solitpur. Koliabhumra bridge, Koliabhumra mon korise ne ami olop agote ketaman question agote ami Dondua draw so Koliabhumra was what? He was the one who kind of suppressed the rebellion, right? Then Narayan Hetu number 3, that is built in 1988. And then Bogibel Bridge, what connects Dibrugarh aru Dhemaji, isn't it? And Dhola-Sadiya bridge, longest bridge in India. Kuntu river ase Dhola-Sadiya, hetu ami question olop agote kori goistu, that is in Lohit river. Okay, most of the time people get confused and they say Brahmaputra, but actually it's in Lohit river, which is definitely one of the tributaries of the Brahmaputra. Then which of the following statement is correct regarding Jalvahak scheme? Okay, Jalvahak scheme or related kuntu statement correct hoy boli hudise. So out of all this statement ki koise swa that it offers reimbursement of up to 35% of operating expenses for cargo movements via National Waterway 1, 2 and 60. So Jalvahak scheme or bikhoy, after all this statement, the correct one is it offers reimbursement. Okay, poisa to ghurai diye up to how much? 35% of operating expenses for cargo movements via which National Waterway, amar jeneke national highways ase, amar national waterways ase, hoy na? So national waterways ki tumar 1, 2 and 16. Okay. Then comes number 64. Which politician is also known as the Iron Man of Assam? So another title that we need to learn, that is what? Kun hobo? Vishnuram Medhi. Okay, the Iron Man of Assam boli kole kun hoy? Vishnuram Medhi. Then the reason why it is why Vishnuram Medhi is dedication, simplicity, honesty. Okay, fine. He is known as the Iron Man of Assam. He devoted his life in fostering unity in usually what he was and what he did. But the major thing is that Medhi worked tirelessly to expel illegal immigrants from this. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why we call him the Iron Man of. Then match the again we come to match the following. To match the following, this is why monuments and their significance. So again, it's yate option gu eneke di thoi dise tate tumalke bhalke potokke sale ekebarte mot thaki jay. So tolatal ghor ki hoy swa? Tolatal ghor underground palace with secret tunnels. So tolatal boli kole naam tute ami gom pao je samay tolor pine underground. So hekane tolatal ghor, it's a underground palace with secret tunnels. That escape koribole easy hoy. Then comes Ronghor. Ronghor ki hoy? Asia's first amphitheater. Hoy nai? Ronghor because what tumi jetia Rudrasingha Raja hoisile, you can see that Rudrasingha was someone who was very he did not just see one part of the state. He did not just, he made sure that every single nook and corner of the state is been administered. For example, cultural side hoc, economic side hoc, political side hoc, sab bostu. There is nothing that you can say that Rudrasingha did not pay attention to. So jetia entertainment or kotha ahile, culture kotha ahile, he made sure that even that part of the arena is been well administered. So tekhete tetia ki korile? Ronghor build korile, but then it was built with bamboo and wood. Okay, so ako ami juntu eta present day ami sao hetu he ako one of his sons rebuild Pramoto Singha. Now Ronghor enako asile ki jetia bihu hok, okay, bihu performance hok, mo juj hok, hebur bostu tate perform. Okay, so Ronghor ki hoy? Asia's first amphitheater. Then come Karenghor, what? Grand palace originally made of wood and stone. Again, Ramdang stone bridge carved from a single rock arc style. So I do question ami olop agote kori thoi gol. Okay. Then which of the following statement is about Chandraprava Saikiani bikhoy? Again, agote ami korisu, but this is slightly different. Okay, options are different out here. So which is true about Chandraprava Saikiani? So we know she is one of the first feminists of Assam. She did a lot for the education of the girl child, female education of karne. Hoy nai? So it is one. The other thing about her, they are asking this question is which of this is true? So out of all this question, because see, she is not the first chief minister of Assam. So she served as the secretary of Assam Pradesh Mahila Samiti till 1963. Okay, so this out of all this statement, as we see, so this is a correct statement. Regarding the reasoning and all, mo agoteo tumalok tekhetor bikhoy jetia pohaisu, tumaloke baki questions bilakot sai labo pariba. Dia ase other information ase. Okay, now match the following personality with their key contribution and role. So yat ki koise swa? Sayeda Anwara Taimur, first and only female chief minister of Assam. Exactly, that is correct. Itia tumaloke swa ki ami previous question to enoka ahisile hoy nai, but which was false. So itia Anwara Taimur, she was the first and only itia loike first hoy, but till now 2025 loke she is the only female CM of Assam. Okay, mane itia loke kunu tekhetor pisot kunu female CM hua nai. Then Devakanta Borua kotha ki koise? Only Assamese to become president of Indian National Congress. Okay, so Devakanta Borua, it was during the time of Indira Gandhi. So you can see that he was the only Assamese to become the president of Indian National Congress. Then Mohendra Mohan Chaudhary ki freedom fighter, served as chief minister of Assam and governor of Punjab. So even that is correct. Then Radha Govinda Borua bikhoy ki founder of the Assam Tribune. So again, this is match the following. Yat bar both simple ke diya ase sabor logot match, but then tumaloke belegot napaba, but then this is study purpose karone tate tumalokor karone easy hoy. Okay, then again ahigol next is match the following cultural institutions with their location and significance. Okay, so yat tumaloke swa institution ki hoy Ban Theatre. Ban theater ki hobo tomar first modern Assamese theater hall. So usually match the following eneke hoy, but then due to space and everything, then this way, but it's okay. Okay, I tumalke eneo buji paba. So Ban theater ki hoy first modern ketia hoisile Assamese theater hall code established hoisile Tezpurot which year 1906 amar theater arts drama and all amar imman agopra asile, but I don't know why we are not being able to match up with the other states. I don't know what went wrong that we lagged behind. Now of course we are coming up, no doubt, but then jundu bostu amar state khone kiman bosor agote mane start korisile, somehow we lagged behind, now okay, then Shonkordev Kalakshetra ami to janu ei olop Guwahati ami goi thaku hoy nai. It's a cultural complex in Panjabari Guwahati, houses Bhupen Hazarika, Dr. Bhupen Hazarika museum tat ase. Okay, then ahe tomar ki Madhavdeva Kalakshetra ketia hoisile etu? It was founded in 2017. Cultural University later shifted to Rampur, Gwalpara. So location to ami gom palu kot ase Gwalpara. Location to Ban theater Tezpur, Shonkordev Kalakshetra Guwahati, eya Gwalpara. Then Majuli University of Culture established ketia 2007 in Narayanpur, Lakhimpur to honor Sri Madhavdev. Okay, so Majuli Cultural University. So all this again for your convenience, it is very easily mane bhalke etu. Then we come to the next question, that is match the following films with the awards they received at the National Film Festival. So amar jonto Assamia cinema amar Assamor kun ki hoise tu swa. So Semkhor ki paise ki award paise best Dimasa film in 68 national award. Semkhor ki paise best Dimasa film in 68 national awards. Then ahile Bumbarai kiman ki paise again best missing film in 69th national awards. Okay, 68, 69. Then ahile kiswa Anunar the Resonance. Okay, Anunar the Resonance ki hoy the best feature film on social issues, again same year 69 ote paise. And then again Anur ketia hoise best feature film ketia tomar Assamese language ot paise in 69. So 69 ot dukhon ase, tinikhon ase, ei tinikhon same year, and then eya olop previous year pan. Okay, monot thakibo ebur Semkhor, Bumbarai, Anunan aru Anur. Okay, then we go to the next question, that is which of the following statement about petroleum and natural gas in Assam is correct? Okay, so which of the following sarita statement ra kuntu statement correct hoy ami sao. The first oil well in Assam was drilled in ketia 1822 near Namdang River, which is incorrect, but the right answer is Oil India Limited was established in 1958 and operates in areas like Nahorkotia and Moran. Okay, Oil India. So out of all this statement, this statement is correct. The Oil India Code established hoisle, it was established in the year 1958. So yapra ami eta question pai golu ki Oil India jodi match the following di diye, because you see these organizations are not just small minor organizations, they hold a huge part when it comes to our economy. Alright, so he karone we need to understand ki ei bor pa amar ketiaba question ahi jay. Okay, so it was established in which year? 1958. Our code operate kore areas like Nahorkotia and Moran. Then we go on to the next question, that is match the following universities with their year of establishment. Ako, like I said, year of establishment, place, okay, hebur bahut beshi important hoi jay. Kunkhon code ase ketia hoisile hebur. So etia prothom kotha hodise ki amar Guwahati University ketia establish hoisile, that is 1948, just after independence. Ami ketia paisu independence 1947 ot paisu. So next year amar Guwahati University established hoi goisile. Then ahile Dibrugarh University ketia hoisile tomar 1965 ot hoisile. Okay, tar pisot ki ahile tomar Assam Agriculture University, that is 1969, or finally ahile Tezpur University, which is in 1994. So I know it is going to be difficult to remember year, but then at least university blakor ar junbur notun notun ke kisman university hoise ba henaka institutions banaise ebur at least mona rakhi. Okay, jega mona rakha. All right, so these are the universities and their year of establishment. Okay, ebur tathabio easy barapoti ahie thake Guwahati University and all that, but then amar agor notun notun bahut universities ase. So if you ever come across, please make sure you remember the time. The year. Okay. Then let's come to question number 72. Which of the following pairs of products and their respective Assam district is correct? So yapra kuntu product and kuntu district ot poa jay etu correct mak khudise. So out of all what ase tumar Baksa. Okay, so Baksat ki poa jay baki ebur sob wrong. Bell metal industry kunkhon jega karone. It's a very common question. It's very easy also. Please make sure you write it in the comments. Okay. But out of here, Baksate honey, regarding this question, that is correct. Okay. All right. Then let's come to the next question is, which of the following bills is correctly matched with the district? So, itia, ebur sob junbur bill dise, kuntu correct hoy boli koise. Okay. Baki ebur sob wrong, khali etu. Hograjan bill, kot ase, Nolbarit ase, etu correct hoy. Baki ebur bill junbur dise, those are incorrect. Okay, so if you ask regarding bill also, ami korisu agote questions ase, junbur bill kot ase. Okay. Then, which of the following statement about Rian Parag is correct? So Rian Paragor bikhoye kiba ta question hudise ki hoy? He was the first Assamese female cricketer. We know that's not it. But anyways, so the correct statement out of all of this is that he made his debut, T20 debut for India against Zimbabwe in 2024. Okay, so out of all this statement, kuntu statement correct hoy, that is T20 juntu hoy Zimbabwe got debut korisle, that was in last year, that is 20. Baki ebur incorrect hoy. The oldest player to ketia hob. Then arrange the following events in Assam in the correct chronological order. So amar yate ki event hoisile to correct chronological order mane arrange koribo koise. So itia prothom bitu swa formation of Assam Association, the first political organization in Assam, establishment of Assam's first oil refinery in Digboi, then Swadeshi movement in Assam led by Ambikagiri Rai Chaudhary. Again, another very important figure that we need to learn about. Then formation of Muslim League in Assam by Abdul Mateen Chaudhary, and then connection of Dibrugarh and Chittaranjan railway line. So yate amar jodi hudise ki hoy swa prothom ahibo in the chronological order jodi hude. So prothom hoy gol tomar establishment of Asia's first oil refinery. Okay, I date set bur ami pisot dim. So agote etu hol Digboi ahile, then ahile tomar Assam Association. After oil refinery established hol, tar pisot he amar Assam Association form hoise. Then tar pisot ki ahile number 5 connection of Dibrugarh and Chittaranjan railway line, and then ki hobo number 3 Swadeshi movement led by Ambikagiri Rai Chaudhary. Our last to hoy gol tomar number 4, that is formation of Muslim League in Assam by Abdul Mateen Chaudhary. So yate jodi ami year bur sao kiyo swa oil refinery hoisile ketia 1901. Okay, তাৰপিছত Assam Association form কেতিয়া হৈছিলে সো 1903. I know it might sound a little difficult to remember with the year, but then পঢ়ি গৈ থাকিলে মনত থাকি যাব। কি আন্দাজা এটা হৈ যাব তেতিয়া। If we read history a little bit, that way we will be able to kind of remember. At least idea এটা আহি যায়। Then 1904 কি হৈছিলে railway connection পাইছিলে, then 1905 ত Swadeshi movement, and then 1906 ত Muslim League formation হৈছিলে। So that's how you kind of put it in chronological order. Okay? Is it? Then ahile, who was conferred the Berenia Ohomia Bota 2025? Okay, kun hoy Dr. Hiren Guhai. He has one Berenia Ohomia Bota. Okay, remember another award that we need to remember, that is Berenia Bota. Hiren Guhai. So Hiren Guhai kun hoy, he is a writer and a critic and was conferred this Okay, by whom? By Prague Janambhumi Media Group recently, where at letters in Nizarapar residence. Okay, so this was given to Dr. Gohai. Then ahile kiswa, who is known as Luit Kuor of Assam. Okay, so this Luit Kuor, Lohmanu, mane Iron Man of India, Assam, ebur title moi koi asu ki bare poti ahibo boli. So again another one. So Luit Kuor ami kak ki ko Rudra. Okay, Luit Kuor kun hoy Rudra Borua. So this is the correct answer. And reason to also Luit Kuor Rudra Borua was one of the pioneers of Assam music. Okay, Assam music. He was a singer, composer, lyricist, musician, actor. Borua directed music for several Assamese films. He created many evergreen songs such as Pokadhanor Maje Maje, Hunisa nohoy etu gan, Pokadhanor Maje Maje, and then Jilie Mate, Homor Bukere Polak Fulil, etc. In honor of this contribution towards Assamese music culture, heikane tekhetok buli ami janu Luit Kuor buli janu. Okay, Luit Kuor, that is Prince of Luit or Brahmaputra. All right. Now let's move on to the next question. That is, consider the following statement regarding Hira community. Okay, Hira community amar Ahomor hoy ki hoy keneke ki. Let's see. Is that Hiras are one of the Assam's 16 scheduled caste communities and are traditionally skilled in handcrafting pottery. Okay, Hira potters are distributed in Dhubri and Hojai district. Then they use a unique type of clay known as Hira clay, specific to Assam. And then the women folk of the Hira society of Assam are practicing the pottery making with wheel since centuries ago. Okay, so which of them are correct? So the ones that are correct is 1 and 3. Okay, so rest of them is incorrect. So etu ki hoy they are the 6th scheduled caste community hoy amar Ahomor. Then aru ki koise number 3 that they use unique type into amar clay specific to Assam hoy. However, this two Dhubri and Hojai district nai. Okay, aru etu ki koise ki practicing pottery making number 4 to correct nohoy. Ki hoy etu ami sound swa. The Hira potters are distributed in Gwalpara, Kamrup and Borpeta district of the lower Brahmaputra valley. Okay, kod ase a community to Gwalpara, Kamrup aru Borpeta district poa jay. Then Hiras are probably the oldest of the potters and one of the kind as they do not use potters. So pottery bili kole ami directly we think about the wheel, right? Enake je ghui mili and you take shape of those bowls or those flower vase or whatever. But then this community doesn't do that, and that's what makes it very unique, you know. Pottery in Hira community is a work of women folk, while trading, sourcing of material is handled by men. Okay, the common earthen products are vessels, pots, pitchers, plates and other modern clay items. Interesting, isn't it? So let's move on to the next question. That is, Clause 6 of Assam Accord deals with what? So Assam Accord is another important thing that we need to know, because Assam Accord question not just prelims, mains, but Viva to khudi dibo pare. Khudi diye ketiaba. So he karne ami about regarding its clause, ki university banai because of Assam Association hoisile, ki institute hoisile, ebur bostu ami bhalke jate monot rakho. Then clause 6 of Assam Accord deals ki kore constitutional, legislative and administrative safeguard of the Assamese people. Okay, that's what it deals with. Then reason constitutional, legislative and administrative safeguard may be appropriate, shall be provided to protect, preserve and promote the cultural, social, linguistic identity and heritage of the Assamese people. Okay. Then which of the Ahom king built the Fakua doll? Fakua doll kone banaisile? Rudrohing. He did it for his mother. No, Joymoti. I mean, he is one of the kings that if you would want to compare, mane gote Bharatborkhor jiman hoktihali, jiman dangor, ba jiman protapi ji sailwa. Rudrasingha is no less. Trust me. He is very different than other Ahom kings. You know, like he is not just someone who he learned from the mistakes of his father. Galadhar Singha, no doubt, he was mighty, he was powerful. But then again, Rudrasingha on the other hand, he handled the state in a very different. Jodi deutake stability anile nohoy kingdom khonot, Rudrasinghoy deutake jimankhini stability anile, ei stability khini aru besi development or karone use bahut besi advance kori. Okay, that's how great of a king Rudrasingha is. Like Rudrasingha is Rudrasingha. There cannot be anyone more mightier or someone more better of a king than Rudrasingha. I see him as one of the greatest king of India, actually, not just the Ahom kingdom, but one of the greatest king of India. And I hope he gets that kind of credit for what he has done. Very shrewd, he's very smart, very shrewd, very diplomatic, he's very cunning. Okay, so, top pine manage kori thoise. So again, Swargadev, Rudrasingha built the Phakwa Dol in Hibahagar. The temple was built to honor his mother, whom Joymati. He really loved his mom. You know, a lot of things that he did was for his mom. Never forgot his mom. Then Bahi magazine was published from Korpra. All of agote ami Bahi magazine no kotha patisilu. Right? Kor asile. Komur apuna dekh related. Into published Korpra hoisile swa Kolkata pra hoisile. Ami adha khini Hibahagar likhi dilu. Jorhat likhi dibo, kiba likhi dibo. But then it was actually Kolkata. Okay? Kolkata, Calcutta. Then, reason why Bahi was a monthly magazine, periodical, and one of the leading journal on Assamese literature in the first half of the 20th century, which was published in Kolkata, 1909 opera, 1932. Okay? Then, next question. What is the name of the meeting place of river Jia, Hansiri, Bhairavi, and Dhaifam? Okay, so George tumar enke meeting place hoy na kundo boli juntu ami kau. Okay, ei jaga dokhor naam ki boli hudise jot ei tinikhon river log hoy. Jia, Hansiri, Bhairavi aru Dhaifam aru ei jaga dokhor naam hol Bhairabkund. Okay, so this is where these three rivers meet. Then so the meeting point of these rivers look like Kunda, that is worshipping place of Lord Shiva. This thus probably got the name Bhairabkunda. The Bhairabkunda is a small town area under Udalguri district and is a transit place for eastern province of Bhutan. Okay, so ei jaga dokhor naam aru kunkhon tinikhon river ki hoy monot thoba and you're good to go. Then ahile consider the following statement regarding moidams. Okay, moidam ami janu nohoy ki hoy eta burial ground asile kar Ahom hokolor asile hoy nai agote Ahom hokole tekhetluke because you know Hinduism came very late amar etu side northeastern side and tar agote everybody had their own deities, they had their own rituals, traditions and all. Ei tumalokor etu jetia swa Ahom hokolor prothom obostat tekhetluk Hindu nasile. So they had their own traditions and religious rituals. So Hinduism pisole lahe Ahom kingdom to penetrate korile kintu ei junbu tradition hoy burial tradition to ei moidam banai tekhetlukok heneke putisile. Okay, so etu ki hoy moidams are burial molds of Ahom kings, queens and nobles. Then the word moidam is derived from the Thai word prang mai dam or mai tam. Okay, Soraido Moidam becomes the first cultural site to be included from Northeast India and the 43rd World Heritage Site. Then a Moidam consists of three major features: the vault of chambers, the hemispherical earthen mold. Okay. Okay. Which of the above statement are incorrect? I have to check this. Then which of the kuntu correct hoy? Oh, incorrect could say. Which of the above statement are is or are incorrect? So all of them are correct. Okay, etu ami janu Ahom king, queens and nobles, and then kopra ahise word to frang my dam. Okay, word frang my dam or my tam pra ahise, and then becomes the cultural site kiman 43rd World Heritage Site. It's quite a big achievement. Right? Then the key questions one. Consider the following statement about Karam Puja of Assam. So Karam Puja, kune pate ki pate sao. Karam Puja is the most important agricultural festival of whom? The tea tribe of Assam. The tea tribe into hoy amar community hoy tekhendukor. They celebrate usually on Maghi Purnima. Maghi Purnima honisa ne? Yeah. So the Karam tree, scientifically named Noclea parvifolia, is the center of the proceeding of the festival. So Karam Puja to Karam tree, mane basically, the main focus of the Karam Puja is the Karam tree. Okay. A tribal priest called Jhankar or Dehuri offers germinated grains and liquor known as Haria to the deity. So Haria is it's a local drink. So amar bahut kitan communities also they have their own indigenous drink. Or I think missing hokoloru ase, boru hokoloru ase, and then other Arunachali tribes like somewhere ase mane. Okay, so again Haria is also one of their, it's the drink of their tribe community. Okay, so yat amak khudise which of the above statement are or is correct. So that is D, that is 1, 3 and 4. So etu hoy, etu correct hoy, etu Maghi Purnima, etu correct nohoy, etu ki koise, etu hoy, and then Haria kotha juntu koise, Haria aru germinated grains kotha juntu koise, etu correct hoy. Okay, so the reason is Karam Puja is the most important. Yeah, ami janu tree tribe community. It is celebrated ketia Bhado Ekadokhi. Maghi Purnimat nohoy, Bhado Ekadokit ei puja to celebrate kora jay. Okay, then on 11th day of the full bright moon, okay, on the month of Bhado, that is between August and September. So it's not done in Maghi Purnima, Bhado Ekadokit Karam Puja pata jay. All right, so let's move on to the next question. That is, during whose reign Captain Wells was sent to suppress the Muamuriya rebellion. So Muamuriya rebellion or iman kita phase ase nohoy. Lastot ki hoise Muamuriya rebellion karone it almost broke the backbone of the Ahom kingdom. Manu, although it was a very bloody mane bahut amar population to bahut beshi kom hoy gol, imane manu morile. Okay, but then again the Ahom king, the later Ahom king, they were very incompetent. Nuarisile mane. So they couldn't make anybody happy. So if they had mane jodi bisara hol heten, they could have suppressed the Muamuriya rebellion. I'm not saying in a very violent way, but at least diplomatically he kam to koribo parile heten. You know, Captain Wells mentioned kori goisile ki the king could have actually stopped the bloodshed, you know. Kiba eta agreement ot ahibo parile heten, but then he was so incompetent ekarne ei noarile. Right, so ek kun hoy during whose reign ahisle Captain Wells car reign of ahisle Gorinath Singhor time ot ahisle, because Gorinath Singho had to flee mane polai furisile Guwahati pine kobat lukai asile, because Muamuriya hokole lahe sob pine attack kori goi asile. First phase hol, second phase hol, okay, then third phase hobo hoi gol. To etia ki hoi gol, finally Gorinath Singho was like, now I'm nebasu aru moi, you know, they're going to kill me. So he fled and then he took help of the British. That's when Captain Wells came. And Captain Wells beshi soldiers ana nasile, so jiman khini soldiers ani meli holo suppress kori thoi gol, and then he again throne Gorinath Singho bahai thoi gol. Okay, and Captain Wells likhi thoi goisile ki ei manujon imane beshi incompetent asile, ekku dhanda nasile political side of his kingdom sabole. He was quite an addict, opium addict asile. Ebur kotha Captain Wells likhi thoi. Okay, then ahile ki faced with no other option but to seek help. Kun asile tetia Lord Cornwallis asile. Okay, Governor General Cornwallis asile, and but later ordered Wells to march towards Rangpur. Aru etia ki hoi gol, baki ahi pine tumalkor iman explain koribo noaru. Captain Wells ahi mili sob heri kori anda kori mili tasot dekhete gusi. He went back. So Gorinath Singho would request to korisile Captain Wells ki najabo aru kedinman thaki. but then Upapa already order ahigol. Captain Well said that he had to go, however, not to worry. And then later, Purnananda Burha Guhai, both kini bostu, after Captain Wells left, he both kini bostu take it aside. Okay. All right. So next question. Which of the season is following associated with Bodosila in Assam? So Bodosila, you know, we've already faced a lot of issues because of that. But then we also have cultural, you know, sentiment regarding Bodosila. So etia ama khudise ki kuntu season related hoy, associated hoy with Bodosila, that is pre-monsoon. Okay. So Bodosila is an Assamese word native to the state of Assam. It is northeast in India. The storm Bodosila is expressed every year in spring pre-monsoon season, which refers to the wild wind that is accompanied by heavy rain, thunderstorms, and is marked the beginning of monsoon. So, monsoon barikha kalor agor ya hai etu Bodosila buli koy. Okay, so etia Bodosila is very important for us. Why? For tea cultivation, for mango, for lychee, okay, for coffee blossom junbur hoy. So Bodosila beleg bahut jaga beleg naam ase. Let me know if you know those names. Okay. Then ahila tumar who wrote Hunit Kuori? Kune likhise Hunit Kuori? Jyotiprasad Agarwal. Okay. Again, a book dated this Hunit Kuori kune likhise, that is Jyotiprasad Agarwal. Wrote his first, sorry, it's a play. Yeah, it's a play that is at the age of 14. He was only 14-year-old when he wrote this play. Okay, Hunit Kuori, when he was still a school student, Jyotiprasad Agarwal kotha to nokole hobo, because we all know he is one of the greatest legendary figure when it comes to cinema of Assam. Cinema, music, or anything that you say. Jyotiprasad Agarwal is something, you know, is a name that every Assamese knows. So I'll just keep it here. We don't need to go into detail, because we already know about him. Okay. So then Hunit Kuori jodi play kon kune likhisile jodi hude to Jyotiprasad Agarwal li. Then ahile 88, which Assamese poet is also known as Dhoni Kobi? Again, another title that we have to know. Dhoni Kobi kak koy? That is Binananda Chandra Borua. Okay, Dhoni Kobi kun hoy? Binananda Chandra Borua. Monot thakibo? Then, Binananda Chandra Borua was an eminent Assamese writer and poet. He was popularly known as Dhoni Kobi. He was the president of Ahom Sabha, 1966, and was conferred Sahitya by Ahom Sahitya. Aru eta title ki hoy tekhetor? Sahitya. Okay? Alright, next question. Consider the following statement about Atmanirbhar Clean Plant Program. Okay, Atmanirbhar Clean Plant Program. It is to boost availability of disease-free quality planting material for high-value viticulture crops. The program aims to protect the ecosystem through proactive virus and disease control measures. The program will actively engage forest-dependent communities in its planning and implementation, ensuring their access to resources, training, decision-making opportunities. Which of the following are correct? Okay, kiki correct hoy? Only 3. Only 8 correct hoy. Baki sab wrong. Okay, so only this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. All right. So only number 3, that is kaka include koribo. Kyo include koribo boli koise? Etu training, decision making, even all the forest dependent communities blakok include. So Atmanirbhar Clean Program is to boost availability of disease-free quality planting material for high-value horticulture crops. Then the program will actively engage women farmers, okay, in the planning, implementation, ensuring their access, resources, training opportunities, decision-making opportunities. So it is again very much women-centric kind of program. All right. So itu bhalke pohi loba ako ebar. Then which of the following statement is or are not correct? Incorrect one and not correct boli koise. So bhalke pohiba ako. So Dr. Surya Kumar Bhuiya was the first Assamese to be principal of Cotton College. Then Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed was the first Assamese president of Indian National Congress. Is it true? Then Dr. Birinsi Kumar Borua wrote novel Heoji Pothar Kahini under the pseudonym Rosna Borua. Etu kuntu correct? Oh, not correct boli koise hoy na, incorrect. Incorrect hoy. That is, this one is incorrect. Baki ebu jibu hoy, this first and the third statement, that is correct. Okay, so Devakanto Borua. Okay, olop agote ami pohi goisilu hoy na Devakanto Borua kotha. Eta question not match the following asile. President of Congress kiman 1975. Also he published his book naam ki ase eta kitab ekhono likhise Hagor dekhisa. Okay, it's a very very popular famous book. Please read if you get this book. Okay, Hagor dekhisa. Then consider the following statement about Bamoni Kaur Sudangfa. Bamoni Kaur Sudangfa kar lora asile Tao Khampir hoy nai. Then he shifted this capital from Saraideo to Bokota. Is it correct or not? Sudangfa is said to have introduced coronation theory Hingori Ghorat Utha. Yes, karon kyo Bamoni Kaur asile. He had the influence of the Bamun family. Okay, Brahmin family. Then he created a new minister post Borpatra Guhai. Is it true? Borpatra Guhai kune uliaisile. Then he was the first ruler who carried census in his kingdom. So basically yat ama ki hudise incorrect statement hudise. Incorrect hole 8 ta. This is also incorrect, this is also incorrect. Okay, aru incorrect aru ki hoy? 8 incorrect. Okay. So 1, 3 and 4 is incorrect. And it is true hoy that Sudangfa was the one june Hingori Ghorat Utha mane coronation ceremony juntu hoy. Okay, he coronation ceremony tekhete Ahom court introduced korisile. Okay, so the reason here, see, Sudangfa shifted capital from Saraideo to Soragua. Okay, Soragua, which is a second capital. Saraideo jete capital ase kun asle hetu time ot Sukafa asle. Okay, Sukafa pisot kunu heneke capital shift kora nasile. It was only when Bamoni Kaur came to the throne, he shifted it from Saraideo to Soragua. Okay, and after that Baki jungu post kotha koisile Borpatra Guhai and all. Ebu kune uliaisile Suhummunge uliaisile. Hoy nai Borpatra Guhai, Hodia Khwa Guhai, Morongi Khwa Guhai. So ebu post kune ulwa Suhummunge. And jungu survey kotha koisile the same thing Suhummunge. Okay. Census. Sorry, census jungu kotha koisile it was Suhumung, not Bamoni. Then consider the following statement regarding Kardeshwara temple. So yate ki koise the temple is a significant medieval temple dedicated to goddess Durga. It was constructed by the Ahom king Rajeshwar Hingho. Aru the temple is located on the top of Badanchala Hillock in Borpeta. So yat ama khudise ki correct statement ki hoy, and the correct statement is only this one. Number 2. It was constructed by Ahom kingdom Rajeshwar Hingho. Rajeshwar Hingho, Hibho Hingho, okay, or tumalokar Pramotta Hingho, bahut kini construction korise tekhelu. So you'll get a lot of common questions regarding this. Okay, pray bhag tekhelu kore contribution thake. Karon pisoloke you see jete Rudra Hingho raja hoy ahile prosperous bahut hol gol. Godadhar Hingho time ot stable hoisile, Rudra Hingho time ot prosper hol. So jetia prosperity hoy tetia he baki bostu blakot tekheluke focus dibo pare aru hekane amar construction architecture hetu bahut bahi goisile. Baki jetia Rudra Hingho pisor Rudra Hingho bahut korile kintu tar baki rajabur junju. And then again downfall start hoy gol. Okay, then the Kardeshwar temple is significant medieval temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. Okay, it was not Durga juntu statement of likhise. That is Shiva, constructed by whom? Rajeshwar Hingho in the year 1753. The temple is located at Badanchala Hillock in Haju. Okay, 32 kilometers from Guwahati. This is one of the rare one of the rare Swambhu, that is self-originated linga in the Ardhanarshwar male female form of it was okay, the significance of it. Then the Konai Bonokia rock inscription is engraved. I mean, this was done by again one of my favorite kings of all time. This is Prithu. Prithu, Rudra Hingho, and Pratap Hingho. These are like personal favorites of mine. Okay, and this was again related to one of my favorite king. So Konai Bonokia rock inscription is engraved in Kihot কি ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজত লিখা গৈছিলে অসমীয়া আৰু দেৱনাগৰী স্ক্ৰিপ্ট ওকে তো তাত যেতিয়া তেখেতে কি হৈছিলে পিঠু টাইমত কোনে এটেক কৰিছিলে আৰু পিঠু কথা আৰু এজন ফৰেন ট্ৰেভেলাৰ এজন আছিলে তেখেতেও মেনশন কৰিছে এখন কিতাপ আছিলে কি আছিলে সেই কিতাপখনৰ নাম so write about that book if you can write in the comments so it was which was the Muslim invader during that time also kunkhon kitabot likha asile and also the writer of that foreign traveler mane name of that foreign traveler okay then the Konai Borokhia rock inscription engraved in the Assamese and Devanagari script and is considered to be the earliest specimen of an Assamese inscription okay so eta Konai Borokhia ami khali ta detail nepalu he specific event to kotha ami etu eta kotha gom palu ki amar language to tetia kenoko asile okay so it also gave us an idea that hetu time or amar language kenoko asile script ki asile event to kotha to likhise then the date of the record narrated in symbolic expression and not in words as follows so tate ki likha ase ei bostu to yate dia ase in English it is read in the Saka era Maniman the Turks coming into Kamrup were totally annihilated see, that's how powerful Prithu was then consider the following regarding the Burmese invasion two battles were fought Giladhari Ghat this see Giladhari Ghat Giladhari Ghat so please do not get confused they're two different battles they're two different things okay Giladhari Ghat related to what Burmese Giladhari Ghat kar logot asile kun asile Sutamla Jadhas okay so etu ki koise swa two battles were fought of Giladhari Ghat battle of Kothalbari in the first invasion Burmese invasion amar yat hoisile hoy na so prothom invasion ot etu yate duta battles fight kora goise then the Ahoms were victorious in the battle of Giladhari Ghat but lost in the battle of Kothalbari no they lost in both the battles then Burmese then reinstated Chandrakanta Hingho as a king after the first invasion then in the third invasion Burmese installed puppet king Jogeshwar Hingho so yat amak khudise which of the statement are incorrect so the only incorrect statement out here is this okay so Ahoms were victorious nowhere both the battles Ahoms lost or titia loke amar Ahom kingdom khon weak hoye goi ase aru karon weak hoisle aru bahut beshi tekhet lokor majot again political issues bahut start hoy goisile internal issues besike start hoy goise then etu likha ase ki you know whatever happened ki both the battles Burmese were victorious Burmese then reinstated Bodon Chandrakanta remained the king see Bodon Chandra was the one that Burmese came here isn't it then in April Burmese returned with a large amount of indemnity during their third invasion Chandrakanta etu last of Chandrakanta mane Burmese or against opine hoy gol and then later we know Treaty of Yandabu between the British and the Burmese and then rest is history okay then ahile the terracotta industry in Assam has developed in which district that is in Dhubri district okay the term the terracotta industry of Assam kot hoise tomar Dhubri district right so a small cluster where male female young old all together 80 families are always busy to shape create range of fascinating terracotta pottery items is the Asharkandi craft village Asharikandi craft village a naam to monot thaba de there will be questions regarding this kuli dibo pare kot ase ki hoy bostu okay aru ki made of what clay and sand and baked with earthen color brownish red terracotta then next question to lami jauswa consider the following question the first English weekly Times of Assam was printed from Dibrugarh in 1895 which was discontinued in 1947 then in 1894 Rajnikanta Bordoloi published the first Assamese novel Miri Jyori he was a pioneer of Assamese novel then Rajnikanta Bordoloi was known as what Upanyak Samrat Okay, then in 1917 the Assam Sahitya Sabha was formed as a guardian of Assamese society and the Forum for Development of Assamese Language and Literature. Yat amak khudise ki correct kuntu hoy, so all of the statement a sarita statement e correct hoy. Okay, hoy Times of Assam ya discontinued kitia hoy gol 1947 ot hoy gol Rajnikant Bordoloi publish korisle Miri Jury the first Assamese novel. Then aru ki koise yate uponyak homrat ami kak ko Rajnikant Bordoloi ko, and then Ahom Sahitya Sabha a related to question aru ase mi previous jodi question gita swa tate ami pam Ahomia bhasha unnoti hadini sabha all that hoy nai besibhag ki kora gosile so that they can safeguard our Assamese language. Okay, then aru ki koise this was the founder of dynasty. Who was the founder of Khen dynasty? Khen dynasty besi raja nai. Khen dynasty tumalokor tinijon rajai hol. Okay, so okay, but then however they important, so significant. But then the founder of Khen dynasty kun hoy? Okay, Nilodhar jab se Sakradhar ahe, Sakradhar jab se number ahe. Okay, and after that again the Bhuiyas became powerful. So again ami jano ki it was during the 15th century Khen dynasty basically karone rule nokorile in the mid of 15th century henaka time and basically tinjon rajai hiator eneke hobo. Okay, then ahile who was the founder editor of popular Assamese magazine Bisnoy? Kunisane tumalke magazine khonor kotha Bismoy. Yes, Bismoy. So it is Sashi Phookan. Okay, he was the founder of the popular Assamese magazine Bismoy, that is Sashi Phookan. Sashi Phookan is the founding editor of Assamese monthly magazine Bismoy since inception ketia hol 1968. Okay, Bismoy has served as vital platform for Assamese literature culture featuring works from prominent authors such as Badungduppa Kalakendra, Ranju Hazarika. So it is a monthly magazine. Okay, besi dangor nasile neki magazine khon iman henoka size or then the first rebellion against the British rule in Assam is 1828 and was led by whom? So a rebellion juntu hoisile 1826 ot amar Treaty of Yanabo hoise. So just after 2 years amar yate already British or against a rebellion start hoi goisile. So it was led by whom? Gundhar Kumar. Okay, kwa jai led by Gundhar. But one thing you see that the first rebellions were always led by Amar Junbur aristocratic hoy, Tumar Junbur royal family hoy. Hebur members say agotiage koi. Okay. So it is a Ahom revolt unfolded in the context of occupation. What? Amar Yandago treaty hoisile race itu karon tekhetlokor bahut khini bostu change hoy goisile. Kintu so bostu etu hol ki Gundhar Kumar jodi ami details or sao he was not very old. He was a minor. So the main mastermind was actually Dhanjoy Borgo. Okay, and baki ebur junbur ami ase. So Gundhar Kumar pisot mane British e kole ki etu minor hoy, he wouldn't be the main june a rebellion to start korise, but actually the mastermind pisot British e Dhanjoy Borgo. Okay. And Gundhar Kumar tekhetor juntu phasi dia eta heri korisle nohoy. Phasi dia to teketoke bondho korai dile. I mean they kind of sentence to change kori dile. Then now we come to the last question, that is who was the first president of Ahom Chhatra Sonmilan? Now again Ahom Chhatra Sonmilan first president hoy jay Lakshminath Bezbor. Etia Lakshminath Bezborer bikhoy ami agoteo pohilu kisuman questions ot hoy nai, so explanation ebrote dia ase regarding Lakshminath Bezborer. But then again let us also see again first president of Ahom student conference known as Assam Chhatra Sammelan. The organization was formed ketia 1916. It was a platform for students to promote Assamese language, literature and culture. So you see, for the restoration of Assamese language, culture, literature, Lakshminath Bezborer played a very, very heavy role. Okay, so anyways, finally we come to the end of this video. Ami Ahom related jiman amar questions মই collect কৰিব পাৰিলো, it's here, তোমালকে যদি revision কৰিব পাৰা You can go on from here. It will help you. And jodi solve koribo parisa mur logot yat, then good for you. And also all the best for your exam. Besi din enu nai, and don't be nervous. Man para bhalke diba. Okay, good day.